Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on I-30 and Alcoa Road in Benton, and online at biglotbenton.com.
April is Financial Literacy Month, and it's game time. Arkansas Problem Gambling Council is here to help you take control of your money and your mindset. We want you to win. Let's play smart together. Call 501-403-2321 or visit arpgcouncil.org.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. Your pool and spa chemical headquarters. Great rebates going on now with Pool Life and Baquasil Pool Chemicals. They also carry Serona Spa chemicals and frog systems. You can always bring in a pool or spa water sample, and the chemically trained professionals at Luxury Pool and Spa will ensure your chemicals are at the correct levels. They also carry Pentair pool equipment, patio furniture by Fisco, PK Grills, and plenty of pool toys. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tops picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist.
This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard them with that stuff.
Hello Friday, I've been waiting for you for a long time. You just saved me when my life came tumbling down, and I know you're gonna leave me. Hello Friday, I've been waiting for you for a long time.
3, 2.
Yeah, like a charm, baby. Yeah, brighter than this thing around, baby. It's a party every time you come around, baby. Like if you're down, baby, I can be the ground, baby. Hit me running. Ain't nothing looking better than when I see you coming. Ain't another feeling better than when I'm blowing money. You can tell it I'm an addict, I'm addicted to money. I'm addicted to ballin'. I got the silver Patron. I bought a ticket to Rome. And by the end of the evening, never get a weekend. We won't even know what planet we on. Cause Monday's so manic. Every Tuesday she wanna go up, but Wednesday I panic. I'm scrambling. Thursday just ain't my luck. Hello Friday, I've been waiting for you for a long time. You just saved me when my life came tumbling down, and I know you're gonna leave me. Hello Friday.
Come on. We're the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
Big surprise. Hey, welcome into the zone. It's a dandy Friday. We're happy to be with you today. DJ Williams is in the house. The Wizard is here. I am your humble servant, Justin Acri, and the Pigskin Preacher makes a triumphant return to the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. It's been a minute, maybe 2 minutes since you've been here.
Well, you guys are like on the road for a month.
We're on the road a lot. That's right.
So that's all right.
I don't prefer to be in studio. I really appreciate our friends at Oaklawn, but
Yeah.
I prefer to be on the road. A lot more interesting things happen out in the world than they do here sitting around with...
Well, you guys get paid. So, I mean,
well,
that's
beside the point, Pigskin.
Well, no, if you weren't getting paid, you would be right here.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
But it is sure nice when we can get out and about. Anyway, we are glad to be here, and we're going to talk about the draft, obviously. We're going to talk about Razorback baseball, some entertainment news. Philip will be in studio, and we will be looking forward to seeing what's going on in the world of movies this weekend. There are a couple interesting ones that are out. I got to go see Sinners still, but
Accountant 2 comes out?
Yes, Accountant 2 is out. Yeah.
That looks interesting.
Yeah.
I like the
You seen
casting.
Accountant 1?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I probably
sorry,
wouldn't
The
have.
Accountant?
I probably wouldn't have to see that to see this one, though.
Yeah, you would.
Why would I?
Backstory between brothers?
Backstory in general on.
I got two brothers. I know plenty about brothers.
Kind of.
okay?
I would say backstory in general, like why he is the way he is.
Yeah. I don't know how much they'll go into that.
Well, is that in the movie or in real life? Because Affleck seems to be a bit of a handful in real life.
I wonder if they'll lay it out again for people who didn't see the first film. Like if there'll be a little bit more.
Who's his brother? Is it Renner?
No, it's John Brothall. Am I saying that right?
Oh yeah, Bernau or Bernthal.
Bernthal,
yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Regardless, he's a unique personality as a hitman, and so it's
Oh, Affleck?
Yeah,
I think he's a unique personality in real life.
No, I know. I'm just talking about the movie.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't
Well,
know.
that too.
I don't know how much they will explain it otherwise, or assume that you saw the first one. You know,
I'm going to go see it, and I'm not going to see the first one.
I mean, it's not a surprise at all, but he has autism.
Right.
Pretty severe.
Well, Justin told me I could go see John Wick the 4th, and I watched that. I didn't see the first 3.
It's entertaining, but it's not. I think you have a better understanding.
When
Anyway.
you told me they killed his dog and that set him off, I understood everything I needed to know.
That's really all you need to know in the first one.
What would you and I do if somebody killed our dog?
That is it.
It'd
they
it'd
get
be
it.
on, brother.
You know, they killed that man's dog.
Can't kill a man's dog.
If I was Kirk Herbstreit, I'd just get another dog. But I'm not. So anyway,
Hey, I didn't bring my dog into the studio today.
The best, I would still say the best scene out of all the John Wicks is when you haven't seen the first one.
Mm-mm.
It's after that young kid killed John Wick's dog, and he didn't know who John Wick was. And his dad is a mob boss, and so when this kid killed John Wick, stole his car, killed his dog, he took the car to a chop shop with a guy who works for his dad. But the guy who owns the chop shop, Pigskin, he knows whose car that is. So he slapped him in the face, and he says, "You know who I am?" So he tells his dad. His dad calls him and said, "Why did you slap my son?" He said, "Well, son, or sir, he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog." And he said, "Oh."
You just made me want to watch a movie. I might have to go back and watch it now.
And then
That's good.
when he explained to his son who John Wick was, that's probably my favorite part in all of the series.
That's great.
Yeah, it's good. You need to go and watch it.
I think you would enjoy the first Accountant too. So I think you should. It's not saying that you have to see it before the second one, but I would watch
Listen, I'm one of the rare people. I like Affleck. I think what he does in the movies, he's good.
Yeah.
So
I don't know that you're rare.
No, a lot of people hate him. So
Really?
They can't act. The only Casey Affleck's the only one that can act in the family. Blah blah blah. But
You
I
guys
like
are out
it.
of your damn minds.
I'm just telling you what they're saying on the street, Justin.
Matt Damon's the hateable one.
I like Affleck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not as good as Matt Damon, but he's good.
Yeah, your mic is way off.
Yeah, just low.
Matt Damon's the hateable one. Not
You didn't
Affleck.
hear the movie review of Conclave on the morning show yesterday? It was one of the epic things they've ever done in their lives. Basil and Raj trying to describe that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Without giving the plot spoiler, it was really good.
Did they do good?
Yeah, they did pretty
Okay.
well. That was good.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Everybody I've talked to that saw it liked it.
I thought it was tremendous.
Yeah, they liked it. David liked it a lot.
Never seen it.
I haven't either. I need to. Razorbacks are at Florida this weekend, and I'm sure happy to be there. It is a 5:30 start, which means 5 o'clock pregame on the Buzz tonight, Saturday, 2, noon on Sunday. And Arkansas will go with their usual rotation. Looks like the lefty Zack to start things off. And then you got Gage Wood, who hopefully will get back into form sooner rather than later, and Bile Cheese, who hasn't lost yet, but hasn't exactly been dominant the last couple. We were talking about all that the other day, of course. Lots of pitchers. We're still looking for that ace to
What
show
about
his
your
face.
boy Gackel? Is he healthy again, or is he still hurt?
He's healthy. He's just coming out of the pen now.
Okay.
He's trying to figure it
Well,
out.
so's Dylan Carter. You can come out of the pen and do good things.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Dylan's, I think, role could be expanded. All he does is great things. He's
I
had
don't
like 4
think
or
they
5
use
really
him
good-
enough. I agree. Sparky Anderson said this: "If you ain't got a bullpen, you ain't got nothing."
He's had 5 or 6 really good quality innings
has.
or outings, I guess. Sometimes multiple innings. but-
A&M was glad to see him go.
Arkansas softball playing number 1 Texas A&M this weekend. So see how that shakes out. Big test.
A&M's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
What about Texas?
I don't know about Texas.
What about Oklahoma?
I don't know. I don't follow softball.
I usually do.
I just know Texas A&M's number 1 in one poll and 2 in another. Yeah.
Baseball question. Why are some people, they trained to be they want to come out of the pen, right? You have guys like they don't want to be starters.
Most guys want to start.
Okay.
Usually bullpen guys are guys that didn't make the cut to make the rotation.
So would they then be called relievers or
yeah.
Okay, so the guy for the Yankees that was like the
Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, but he was always
a reliever.
Always the reliever.
There's some that do, but
Okay.
for instance, Dennis Eckersley was a great starting pitcher before he was a great closer.
Okay.
So you can go both ways.
There's some does your skill set
Don't
cater
say it.
to one of the either more? Is
Not
that,
necessarily.
Okay.
If you got a good out pitch, like Trevor Hoffman would come in and just, kill those guys with his AC/DC entrance and all, but,
So Rivera, am I saying that right? Rivera?
Rivera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could he have started if he wanted to?
Yeah,
Okay.
he wouldn't have been as effective. And you've got to have a good bullpen. If you got a good closer, that's almost better than a good starter.
And those type of guys can play more than once a week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
More than once a weekend.
Oh,
More than once a weekend?
Yeah. Remember Kevin Kopps when he was here a couple years ago? He would pitch a couple times in a weekend. We saw it the other day. There was a guy that pitched two different days.
And then they left him in and started him, and it almost worked.
I remember
Kopps
that.
after
Yeah,
being in,
I remember that.
in the tournament.
He's
So.
special though. He's a little different.
He was great.
Different cat. But
when they do that, you only pitch
usually an inning or two
two max.
Yeah. Well,
if you're
I mean,
gonna
we
play multiple times.
You saw Gackle come in the other day, pitch over. He pitched 5 1/3 or 5 2/3 the other day. He was the last pitcher of 3.
Gotcha.
When the Royals won the World Series a few years ago, they had the best bullpen I've ever seen. And if the starter could get him to the 7th inning,
then they're good.
They had a guy for the 7th, a guy for the 8th, and a guy for the 9th, and they were almost all unhittable.
Wow.
They had the lead going into the 7th. You were in trouble.
Okay.
Christian, I think we need to do a question today. I just had a guy text me about how much he hates Ben Affleck. I guess I've been sleeping on this.
I told you, man. They're out there.
Let's do a poll on that. Do you hate Ben Affleck? Yes or no? Or do you like Ben Affleck? Yes or no? Maybe let's do it that way. Do you like Ben Affleck? Yes or no?
J-Lo says no.
Obviously. But I'm curious. I guess I like Matt Damon a lot less than I like Ben Affleck.
I like both of them.
Justin was watching The Martian, hoping that they didn't find a way to get him back.
I was kind of hoping that too.
I just want to see.
I was.
I want to see him starve to death.
Oh, is that what it is?
Is that
you
bad?
wanted to see it? I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I hope he can't grow his own food. I hope he dies up there.
Well, that's what happened in Into the Wild. He ends up in Alaska in the bus, and he gets poisoned from the potato seeds. It's
That wasn't. You're not talking about Matt Damon now, right?
No, I'm talking
okay.
about
Christopher McCandless.
Emil Hirsch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Christopher McCandless.
Exactly. Alexander Supertramp.
Can we? Yeah, just get it. Yeah, okay.
I can't do anything. I mean,
that's
well, not
better.
your. Yeah, but I mean, just have it point at you. Yeah. Okay.
it is.
All right.
That's better.
Okay. What's the real question of the day today? Now you're too loud. All right.
I had to reboot my board.
Okay. Did you have a real question besides do we like Ben Affleck or not?
Do we want to do one revolving
The draft?
You know what? We're going to take a break.
Landon Jackson.
We'll figure it all out. Let's go. We'll be back in a second.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is Sports Center.
Busy weekend on the diamond for the Arkansas Razorbacks. First baseball is on the road. They take on the Florida Gators this weekend, looking for their first series win in Florida in 13 years. Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. Friday first pitch today is at 5:30. Saturday it's a 2 p.m. first pitch, and on Sunday it's a noon first pitch. You can catch all of those games right here on 103.7 The Buzz. Then Arkansas softball hits the road, a big series with the number 2 team in the country. It's the Texas A&M Aggies. That's also a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series, 6 p.m., 4 p.m., and then noon on Sunday. First 2 games can be seen on SEC Network Plus. The final game can be seen on SEC Network proper. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
At Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're making your next vehicle more affordable than ever. We're paying the sales tax on every Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each one passes a 172-point inspection and comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind at no extra cost. And don't wait on our remaining 2024 models, including Silverados and Tahoes, starting at just $57,990. When the lot clears, the savings disappear. Come see us at Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Welcome to Moe's. Hey guys, this is Brandon with Moe's Southwest Grill. We welcome you in for the freshest Tex-Mex you'll find outside of your own garden. Check us out on Moe Mondays, where we have bowls and burritos starting at $7.99. And remember, your kids always eat free with us on Sundays. Let Moe's cater your next event. Schedule online at Moe's.com. And while you're there, download our app for weekly specials. Stop by anytime, where you'll always get the freshest Tex-Mex, and you'll always hear us say, welcome to Moe's.
It's the Founders Day sale at Bradford Marine and ATV, honoring the legacy of our founder, Knox Bradford, offering discounts on boats like the Tracker Pro Team 175 with 75 horsepower Mercury outboard and $500 in savings, or a $750 Bass Pro gift card. Or get the Sun Tracker Bass Buggy 18 with 75 horsepower Mercury with $400 in savings, or a $500 Bass Pro gift card. Join us as we salute our founder at the Founders Day sale through Monday at all Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. Your authorized Tracker dealer.
Sell, sell, sell. Welcome back to The Zone. You want to get into the show? Text us on our text line at 501-661-1037 or message us on our live fan feedback.
It can't be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well? You keep telling me to live right, to go to bed before the daylight.
All right, welcome back in the zone. It's 10:22. We appreciate you being with us. Let's talk about the draft from last night. Again, the biggest news was that Shedeur Sanders did not get drafted, although I don't know that. I guess we're surprised, right?
No,
Shock is not the word.
Shocking.
I wasn't
surprising,
shocked, but not surprised.
You're what?
I wasn't shocked.
I wasn't shocked either, but you were surprised.
But I was not surprised.
You were not shocked, and you weren't surprised.
Wait, how am I saying this? Am
Wrong.
I surprised? Yes. Not shocked, but I wasn't surprised. No.
I thought Pittsburgh would take him.
Surprised is this.
Okay,
shocked
yeah.
is way over here. So were you shocked?
I was
no.
neither one.
You weren't even surprised that he didn't go in the first round at all?
No. And not saying that he's not a good ball player. Just kind of what I was talking about yesterday when I was just like, is he as good as he is just because of the dad putting him in a position to be so successful? I think you take that away, he's not. We don't see him the same way.
He made a lot of plays.
You know, he
in
did.
the last 2 years at Colorado.
He's a top 5 passer in the nation this year, yardage-wise. And again, he's got to get in the game to play, but I mean, he obviously belongs.
They said his interview was one of the worst of all time.
Well, they said, a guy said, an anonymous source. So again, here's my
GM,
thing. Here's my thing. Well, one guy, but here's my deal. Okay. You evaluate for your team, right? You've been doing this a long time. This is not your first rodeo. Right. Like if you meet with Shedeur Sanders and he turns you off, then he turns you off.
Yeah.
But you're not, because some anonymous guy said, I don't like him and he was too entitled, you're not going to not draft him if you like all his skills and you like him in person. A lot of teams talk to him. I didn't hear one negative thing outside of that one.
Did you hear what he said when he didn't go in the first round? It was one of the dumbest things I think I've ever heard. He said, what was the direct quote?
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought he just said, we'll get it tomorrow or whatever.
No,
like
he said something how this
he
shouldn't
said,
happen.
under no circumstances. We know this shouldn't have happened. You can't say that.
He said that?
Yeah,
he did.
He said that before.
He made an announcement at his draft party.
Like, just
and
shut
he
up.
Did
Let
say
somebody
under
pick
no
you.
circumstances should this have happened.
You can't say that.
Yeah, well,
I mean that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is silly. I don't know what good that does you. Anyway, we'll see where he lands today. But okay. Will you be shocked if he doesn't get drafted today?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to go in the second. Listen, I think he's going to be a good player. I don't think he's a great player, but I think he's better than a lot of quarterbacks I've seen.
He's better than probably every other quarterback available.
He's better than Kenny Pickett. He went in the first round.
I'm trying to look at the games. I just remember when Shedeur was lighting it up.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it reminded me of the Nico
Imaliama
status of their first games. How often did we talk about Ole Miss and Tennessee? Like they're blowing everyone out. And we said, Look who they're playing.
Okay, look at his.
And I think he had a little bit more of that as at the beginning. And then I think the conference he played in wasn't as good as the SEC. I'm not trying to make a SEC case here. But
You just did.
I did, but talent-wise, the teams he was playing, when he played up to par teams, he wasn't this first-round pick
He
that I
had
saw.
no
you know?
offensive line. He was running for his life most of the time.
That league is not as good. That's a fact.
It's not, but his team wasn't as good either.
Well, why don't you look at his game logs and we'll talk about that. Let's look at the game by game and see who he did his business against.
Handicapping with Oaklawn's Nancy Holthus is brought to you by the Gangster Museum of America and the Hattery of Hot Springs, where you won't be gambling on a good time, but betting on a sure thing. Visit TGMOA.com. TGMOA.com.
With the first pick in the Zone Analyst Draft, we select Nancy Holthus on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Nancy, you're always our number one draft pick.
Well, I'm glad I went number one because, it didn't actually work out for Shador yesterday. But I love you guys talking about that. I was curious to see what your thoughts were. But I thank you, Justin, for putting me first round.
Yeah, he did not make it in number one, and so he feels like number two.
Yeah.
And that's the way it goes sometimes, Yeah. But that's
that's kind of the luck of it. But sometimes you also have to have the class in defeat.
Who's the best second-round drafted quarterback of all time? That would be a good trivia question. Do your math. Well, you look on the game log.
Much history.
One at a time. One at a time.
So tough.
I bet if you looked it up, you could, best quarterbacks to fall outside the first round. How about that? Maybe you can find that. Nancy, let's find some top picks today from Oaklawn. It's a little. I don't know if it's easier to predict. I mean, it is for us because we just use your picks. But anyway, how'd you do yesterday?
You know what? I actually had a decent day yesterday. I was really hoping Winamac Avenue could have held on, but did run second and paid $6 and change to place.
Let's go.
So, it's the end of the meet, so it's a little more wide open, and a lot of trainers are getting a lot more aggressive with their entry, meaning they're taking a chance, they're dropping horses in class in hopes to either rebuild with some new stock if they get claimed or, get some shipping money.
Shipping money. I like it.
Right.
What is our top pick today of the 10 on the card? By the way, first post today is 12:20. Don't miss it. What do we
my top pick is actually in the feature. It's race number 9. This is a first-level allowance optional claiming of $200,000 for 3-year-old fillies. They're going to sprint 6 furlongs. There's quite a bit of speed on the outside of the starting gate, and I think the fastest of those is the number 7, Moto, coming from the barn of Tom Amos, Rafael Bejarano aboard. I like the fact that she returns here to the site where she broke her maiden. She then went to her home state of Texas and won a state-bred stakes, and she wired the field in both. She was bested last out against First Level Allowance Company down at the fairgrounds, but I love the fact that she's a proven winner over the racetrack, and Tom Amos says he'd love to see her control the race from the gate, and I think that's exactly what she's going to do.
All right. How about a long shot pick today?
Long shot, I'm going to go in race 4, and this is an example of, trainers getting really aggressive with their entries. This is an Arkansas bred, time-restricted, $15,000 claimer sprinting. Lindsay Schultz has the number 7, Tim Bavati, was a winner 2 races back against much tougher non-2 for $30,000, and does exit a 5th when splitting the field against a pretty tough first-level allowance group. So here's a classic example of taking that drop in significant class. And I think the number 7, Tim Bavati, at 6-1 can get the job done today.
How about highlights this weekend? We're obviously just over a week from the Kentucky Derby. We got the Oaks a week from today. What are the highlights this weekend?
Well, highlights this weekend, we got a lot going on. We've got Fan Appreciation Day, so we encourage everybody to come out. It's 1,000 vouchers for free hot dog and soda, 1,000 vouchers for free popcorn. We're giving away Oaklawn swag. We're also going to be giving away $17,000 to fans between races 1 and 7, and then that's going to carry over in the casino with our $60,000 shower of prizes. So it's a great day if you're a fan to come on out and take advantage of being here in Hot Springs.
I like it. We're going to open with $130,000 in a purse tomorrow. So, I mean, it's a pretty significant card, 11 races, 12:30 start, and the Dig a Diamond Stakes for a mile for fillies and mares. Tomorrow will be the feature race in the 10th of 11. So we'll look forward to all that. And Nancy, next week we'll get a chance to see you in person. At least DJ and Christian will. I'm going to be stuck here in the Rock. But we will be talking about your Oaks and Derby favorites in addition to the final weekend of live racing at Oaklawn next Friday.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it, and I'm curious to see how the second round goes today.
Yes, we all are. So it'll be an interesting day for sure. But appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
Racing, my friends.
All right, very good. Thank you, Nancy. That is Nancy Holthus, and she is on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Thanks again to our friends at the Gangster Museum of America. So what did you find, boys, in your brief look? You were looking at the game log. You were looking at second and beyond rounders that ended up having success.
I was just looking at second rounders.
Okay.
Because ultimately, Tom Brady got picked in the 6th round, so
yes,
he's going to be the punter.
He's the ultimate.
Yeah.
That's true.
So second rounders, Drew Brees was picked in the second round.
Okay.
Which I think he's probably the best. But Brett Favre was also the second rounder, and so was Randall Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham.
Boomer Esiason.
Oh boy.
Wasn't Montana a 4th rounder?
I think so. Either 3rd or 4th. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Seems like it doesn't happen as much anymore.
It doesn't. Usually,
who's the last great? I mean, you going back to Brees, or is there somebody since then?
Russell Wilson's probably a Hall of Famer, right?
Is he a second rounder?
He was a 3rd rounder.
That's pretty good.
Borderline.
Dak was a 4th rounder.
Not
say
a Hall of
whatever
Famer.
you want. You say he's a good quarterback
for sure, no doubt.
Tony Romo 2.0.
Yeah, Tony was undrafted.
I was
right?
say also not a first rounder. Yeah. Shedeur Sanders, give me the break.
I mean, he has really good numbers.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Take the top teams they played against and give me his numbers. From
There's
the top.
one ranked team they played against last year. And that was Kansas State.
Okay.
34-40. He 380 passing yards. So all that looks great. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Gives up 6 sacks. All right. Outside of that, I mean, I'm trying to think. Who
else did they play?
Nebraska.
They played. So Nebraska they lost to. Didn't finish ranked. He had 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 5 sacks. He gives up a lot of sacks. 8 sacks against Baylor. Another 6-sack game against Oklahoma State. But here's their rundown. It was North Dakota State, Nebraska, Colorado State, Baylor, UCF, awful, Kansas State. That's the only ranked team. Then Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah.
Arizona
KU.
was
on the year. They didn't
Arizona
finish
was
ranked.
hyped up to start, and then they kind of fell
off.
off.
And
Cincinnati, who else?
Oklahoma State, and then they finished their bowl game against BYU, losing 36-14. Another, gives up 4 sacks, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns. So, he has really good numbers, in my opinion, but when you look at the body of work, and I know you want to point at offensive line for sack, and I want to be fair.
He holds the ball too long.
I want to be fair.
That.
I'd like to see the games because you have some sacks that are just dummy ones on the offensive line, and then sometimes when you are doing too much and making bad decisions at quarterback, that leads to a sack. So I would have to do the research, but I'm not saying this makes him a bad football player. I'm not going to put him in the whatever category. But first round, I think for a quarterback, period, first round, these are people who come in immediately and change your organization.
Is Jackson Dart going to do that?
No.
Well, no.
Look at his game log because it's pretty bleak, too.
He's Daniel Jones.
No.
From the Southern School.
No.
His numbers have to be good. He was his 4th in the country in passing yards.
Look at his numbers against actual good teams.
Against big games, he spit the bit. You're right, Christian.
Show it to me.
The only time I saw him spit the bit would have been
Kentucky.
It was Florida.
And
was
he
that
had
the
a
Florida
bad
game?
against Florida.
Because they had maybe 3 or 4 drives to go down and score, and he threw 3 picks back to 4, 3. I can't remember.
He had a bad game.
That was.
I don't think he had more than 1 touchdown against a good team.
I need to look.
I don't know about that. We'll have to see the numbers. I want to see the game log. Pull him up. I think I saw Peyton Manning, and I'm not comparing the two, throw 4 picks against Florida one year, and he was pretty good.
Yeah.
So bad games don't make you a bad quarterback.
No. I
can't spell citrus without UT.
Yeah. I've been. Yeah. I don't know what it is about Dart. I like his competitive edge.
In the right
100.
offense, I think he'd be good. I don't think the Giants are the right offense.
Well, when you said New Orleans would be good.
New Orleans, he'd have been a good fit.
I could see him being in. Now, obviously, Sean Payton's not there anymore, but somebody who just throws it around the way that Breeze did.
Exactly.
Definitely could see him in an offense like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he is going to have a learning curve. I watched that John Gruden thing, and you know how it's interesting, and a lot of show, and John Gruden's a lot different. But you know how he gets up and he asks players to do their snap count, and it's very aggressive, tricky, all this. He says, "All right, Dart, let me see your snap count on this play right here. Run me through it." He just gets up and goes, he claps. He's like,
"That's it?
The hell was that?" He was just like, "Okay, you gave a snap count at some point this year. What was the dummy snap?" And he said, "You haven't done a snap count all year. All they've done is snap in."
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild.
Maybe that's why they were taking all the sacks.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But it is fascinating how the cadence of a snap count is probably the most overlooked element in a quarterback who is very effective. That thing, it's like a secret weapon in your back pocket.
Aaron Rodgers has been using it to get offsides forever.
Yeah, and then it makes these unbelievable freaks of nature on the edge.
Slows them down.
It slows them down.
Yes,
It has them second guess. And so I'm very curious to see how long it's going to take him to get an effective cadence.
Here's what I think the problem is with Shedeur. I think he's good. I think in the right situation he could be really good. But it's like judging Bobby Boucher. He and Hunter were the only dudes on the team that were any good, and they probably both tried to do too much. Certainly Shedeur did. So maybe he goes to a team where he's more of a game manager. And I think he throws a good ball. He sees the field. He's cool as a cucumber, which is probably one of the reasons he takes that many sacks.
Yeah.
He's got too much confidence and holds the ball instead of getting rid of it. But I think he's a very enticing quarterback possibility.
So you about to say something, Christian?
I was just wondering how big of a problem it would be for Jackson Dart running the offense that he did at Ole Miss and then trying to come into the NFL.
It's going to be tricky. I think a lot of quarterbacks will struggle with that. Kind of like that. I mean, Lane Kiffin's just different, and it's built
He schemes
just for them.
people open.
Yeah, and so
he does.
That'll be an obvious hurdle for them. But you get back to the Shedeur thing. I think what's going to be challenging with him, just based off what we've seen and what we've heard in press conferences and stuff, is the coachable element. And he learns from his dad. And the thing about Dion, I'm sure he was a difficult player to coach, but he had just an ability that, one, you can't coach, and one where you just go out and make plays. I think that's very difficult to do at the quarterback position. And so I'm very curious to see the development. He's going to have to be with the right coach, I think, to do well.
You're going to have a hard time convincing me that Jackson Dart was responsible for many of the issues that Ole Miss had last year, as I look through what they did this year.
Yeah.
I mean, the Florida game, he was 24 of 41 for 323. Yeah, he threw 2 picks, but he threw 2 touchdowns. I mean, Georgia, he was not sexy, but he wasn't bad, 13 of 22 for 199. We all know what he did against Arkansas. Against an Oklahoma defense that was good, not a good team, but a good defense. 311, 22 of 30 with a touchdown. I mean,
not bad.
He was good all year. He is a good quarterback.
He had,
even against Kentucky when they lost, he wasn't bad.
He would be a quarterback I'd put in a category, at least in the college level. If Arkansas scored late and say we were up by 4 and there was a minute 50 left on the clock, I would not want to play against Jackson Dart.
There you go.
I'd put him in that category.
Is he
in college? It's a different ball game.
Is he better or worse than Daniel Jones?
I think he's around the same.
Agreed.
Personally.
I think he's a better thrower.
I don't remember Daniel Jones much. I don't even know where Daniel Jones. Where Daniel Jones go to college?
Duke.
Yeah.
They were similar players.
Jones could run like a deer.
Yeah, he's a good runner.
He just didn't throw that well.
That's kind of important as a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, see Michigan with their first-round picks losing 5 games last year.
I think he'll do better. Who's the who? I don't even know.
Brian
Dable. And he's apparently
for at least 1 year.
He's apparently quite the quarterback evaluator. I saw somebody was going on and on about it from ESPN that I respected, so I took it as
he worked with Josh Allen.
Yeah,
he was at Buffalo.
No, Dayball's a good. He was my tight end coach when I was at New England, and he finds that good balance of. I don't know his athletic and football career, but he doesn't push areas that would make an athlete be like, you have no idea how hard that is. He has a really good balance of understanding, okay, there's some things I may not understand about you, but you will respect me and trust me when I say you need to do this, 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 and that. And he has, and it's very receptive. I mean, watching him coach somebody like Rob Gronkowski, who's a freak of nature, and Rob really taking advice of, okay, so I do a 3-inch step, and then I get my hands underneath his shoulder pads. Coach Dayball's never done that before in his life. but he does it in such a good way where he gets the players to respect him. So, and he is, you know, who really liked him. He had a really good relationship with a Ryan Mallett.
So say Aaron Hernandez.
As far as a personality is concerned, so I think he'll gel well with the Jackson Dart type personality.
Yeah, I can see that. Mm-hmm. All right, let's hit some D3 Auto Sales text line. You can join us at 501-661-1037 over the phone, or you can join us, of course, on our D3 Auto Sales text line or our live fan feedback through our Listen Live button, which is brought to you by Whit Davis Lumber Plus. Logan says, I didn't understand the Dart pick. Why make a pick in the first round that is guaranteed not to play? He's not playing over Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston. It makes no sense.
Wait, are they there?
Yeah.
They are.
I guess because they feel like he can play long term. And Winston's obviously on borrowed time.
Yeah.
He's a stopgap at best for, if your guy goes down. And Russell Wilson's obviously
and Russell Wilson's probably a stopgap at this point, too.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good way for him to learn, at least. Mm-hmm. And I think everybody was on board with their first pick, right? If you didn't understand or like their first pick, I thought the Giants had a pretty good first day.
Oh, Abdul Carter's going to be a star.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He's almost a clone.
He's a great player.
Of the kid at Dallas. He's just like him.
Micah Parsons?
Yeah, same position, same number, same school, same build, same motor, same everything.
Mm-hmm. This is from JW. I like this. He's wading into non-sports stories. Ben Affleck sucks. Never really cared for his acting, but where he sucks at is cheating on Jennifer Garner. What an idiot. Is that true?
There we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah. He just ran around her, and she finally...
She seems nice.
I think he was an alcoholic while they were together. Yeah. I think he's kind of cleaned his act up a bit.
I like her.
He should have been drunk during his J-Lo experience. He might have been able to tolerate it longer.
Yeah,
that's true.
We know what it is about Dart that DJ likes. He went to Ole Miss. Exactly, Ethan. Good point. Ben Affleck cries in almost every movie. Not a good actor. I never saw him crying.
Just because he cries doesn't mean
he was good in The Town.
He was.
He was good in that.
I like.
Did he cry in Good Will Hunting? I don't remember that.
No, I don't think so.
No, Retainer. He went in there. He wanted his money, man.
Yeah,
Retainer.
You never played with Hernandez, right? Somebody asked.
No,
you missed that.
Yeah.
Well, I missed it.
I was in New England because of that.
I got you.
Yeah.
Does Abdul Carter have a foot issue?
I didn't
put a foot in your butt. Did you all see Dart's mom? I heard some talk about it I saw some talk on social media. Is she attractive?
Well, if you ask him that, I don't know.
Well, that kid.
Well, she's either hot or she's ugly. One of the two. Darts.
I didn't see it.
Dart is good looking enough to be in a boy band, and I can't imagine at Oxford what that meant. I don't even like to think about that.
Primetime is like my childhood idol. His son is not on his level. He is good, but he is not a GOAT. You can't have a GOAT attitude and be good. I agree with that. That's fair.
Might be right.
But here's the thing. We do see dads that pump their sons up with confidence that really is unreasonable. It's not the first time it's happened.
No.
It's also probably not healthy for the kid.
Earl Woods and Tiger.
That worked out okay.
He said he's going to be up there with Jesus and Gandhi and Justin Timberlake.
He was close.
Primetime is like my... I just read that one. Sorry.
It was close.
Your favorite movie of Affleck has got to be Pearl Harbor, right, Justin? Well, Zach, it's the best written one. I think we can all agree to that.
It was so bad, and I was looking so forward to seeing it. It was just awful.
I watched Castaway last night.
That's even worse.
You don't like that movie?
No, he comes back and his wife is remarried.
I would say
the worst ending ever.
If I could change
How long was he
one.
gone, by the way? I forget.
Years.
Well, yeah, okay.
I don't care. She should have waited.
She got to it a little too quick. Not only was she remarried,
right there.
When he go to the house and you see all the pictures behind him and like on the fridge, she had a kid that was at least 3. You know,
like
and it takes 9 months to get that thing brewing.
It was like when Cal Naughton
She got
replaced
right
all
to
the
it.
pictures of Ricky Bobby that night. Okay, it was that
so
night.
Good.
Yeah, what's the time frame? Like if your significant other is gone for how long? Do you move on?
10 years.
10 years? That's a little too long.
Who's been married longer than everyone in here put together?
That's not a reasonable amount.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
At least 5.
All right.
Because isn't it
I'll
somebody's
bargain with
missing?
you.
Well, I got you to cut it in half just like that. So
okay.
Isn't if somebody's missing for like more than 3 days, the likelihood is that they're dead or something?
Yeah, but you can't be declared dead in 3 days. Though.
But
I understand, but-
they didn't kidnap him, Christian.
Yeah, he had a plane crash.
he was-
They had a funeral. They had his funeral. They said they put stuff in the coffin.
He's
Remember?
dead. I mean, as far as everybody knew, he's dead.
But
Put the
4
volleyball
years
in the coffin.
to have a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
She got to it.
I didn't know the kid was 3.
He looked.
I am bad at looking
I
at
think
kids
our
and
man
knowing
is
how
onto
old.
something here. I felt like that too.
Yeah, it's a little too quick.
Yeah, it was.
He's
too quick.
Mr. Big. He's very charming. Did you ever
Okay.
watch Sex in the City?
Oh, did she married Chris Noth?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. That makes it even worse.
Yeah.
No, it makes it totally understandable.
Well,
I'm not even gay, and I'd go out with
yeah,
him.
if you're a woman, it does. Not if you're a man.
What?
Since you watched it last night, DJ, how long was he on the island? How many years?
4.
4 years.
Okay,
4 years.
all right.
He's on there 4 years.
This person says, thank you, listeners.
It's too quick.
Yeah. His mom is hot. Appreciate it. I'll look up Jackson Dart's mom and see how she looks.
They needed Brent Musburger
She's
to talk
not
about
like-
that.
Yeah, sure. She's a nice lady.
DJ's in the 3% of Americans who don't think Sydney Sweeney's attractive either.
I think she's running out of time.
I wanted to do a deal the other day. Who's the best actress?
Oh, God.
You can figure.
Okay, Anna de Armas.
Yes.
Right? Sydney Sweeney
You can
or
stop at Anna de Armas.
not Scarlett Johansson. Who's the other one?
Kate Upton.
Florence Pugh.
I'll just say it if you guys will be quiet for 1 second.
Okay.
Wolf of Wall Street. Help me out.
Margot Robbie.
Thank you.
Where'd you pull that from?
I was just thinking about attractive, talented actresses.
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
It's like that's how you do the Babe bracket in 2025.
You're putting Sydney Sweeney in that?
She's not as good an actress as the others for sure. You're right. Best quarterback to fall outside the first round. Tom freaking Brady. You're right. UPS Todd. She's hot and she had some guns. Mom's in shape. Let me see. DJ, give me a pick.
Okay, I'll show you.
Wait till Ebony goes through your computer history. DJ,
why
are you looking up hot moms?
Here we go. Let me blow it up for you.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll blow it up for you.
Decent-looking woman that had a tan and better arms and biceps than most men. The one in the middle?
Well, yeah.
She looks like Karen Reed.
This one?
Yes. I think she's
She
on.
does, kind of.
I think Jackson Dart's mother is on trial for killing a Boston cop right now.
Yeah.
Looks just like her. Tell me I'm crazy. Look up Karen Reed and tell me I'm nuts. This broad looks just like Karen Reed. She does have some guns, though. I'm sorry. Sanders not getting drafted in the first round is giving me Draft Day movie and Kevin Costner vibes. I don't know why that's making you think of a bad movie, but okay, fine. That makes
so
it
the same person who they were talking about that him having interesting interviews.
Who?
Shedeur Sanders, like Entitled. They also said, now, you can't believe anything nowadays because this guy did call him out, and he says, and apparently he had a birthday party and none of his teammates showed up to it. And somebody says, this sure sounds a lot like the plot from Draft Day.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't invite him.
Sounds like the. Oh,
Could've
yeah.
been that.
I don't know.
Dad said family only.
Yeah.
What Dion says is Dion gets, right?
Yeah.
It's 10:47. When we come back, we're going to talk to Marty Burlsworth. It's the 25th anniversary of the camps.
Wow.
It's pretty wild, isn't it? Isn't that hard to believe? That makes me feel so old.
Are they having 2 a year now?
Yeah, they're still doing the one in Harrison, the one here at War Memorial.
Okay.
So they've got a few spots left, so I'm going to tell folks how to get signed up on the other side.
Cool.
We do need to take a break, though. And when we come back, we'll get to that. Appreciate Marty coming on. We'll get to him in just a sec. I want to tell you about our friends over at UAMS. If you're having any kind of pain, it was interesting having James Miller in studio this week and him telling us he's got shoulder pain. He's been dealing with it. Go see our friends at Ortho Now. You don't have to get an appointment. You stroll up in there, and they'll take a peek at you and figure out what the heck's going on with you and see if they can fix you up. There's no need to live in pain. It's ridiculous. The Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health is where it is. It is Ortho Now, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, Saturday, 8 until noon, and it's conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. So whether it's a sports injury or joint pain or you're just falling apart because of some things you've done in the past, go see them over there. Let them have a crack at it. On-site x-rays, fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, all under one roof and conveniently located right off I-630. It's the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. That's the location. It is Ortho Now. Go see him now if you're having pain, or you can call ahead if you want, 501-686-8674.
The Bumper to Bumper Certified Service Center's Indoor Car Show, Saturday, May 3rd at the Conway Expo Hall. Best of show wins a $1,000 Visa gift card. Pre-register at btbautoparts.com. That's btbautoparts.com. Presented by Duck's Garage, Midstate Transmission, and Total Tire and Automotive.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs.
The electric cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life, where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives. each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local, hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Matt Steele in Bryant, Todd Matthews in Benton, or Justin Stewart in Malvern today.
The leader in sportsbook apps in the state of Arkansas, Bet Saracen, has a club you might want to consider joining. It's the perfect offer for you if you like to play parlays. Head over to the Bet Saracen app, opt in, and get all the details on how to earn bonus cash with the Parlay Bonus Club. It's active through June, and it could be the key to stacks of sportsbook bonus cash. The Parlay Bonus Club on the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Electric Cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local, hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037.
It is 10:52, and you're in the zone. Appreciate you being with us today. And we've got one segment left here in this hour. Next hour, Tom Murphy's going to join us. We've got our red-white report. We've got, a few other things coming up here. Looking forward to that. Oh, Zack's going to join us from Oaklawn. And Philip Martin will be in studio, so plenty to get to still today. And we'll take a peek ahead at projections. I haven't looked at a second-round projection yet, but there are some interesting moves, especially the first 10 or 15 picks. I'll be curious to see what some people do with their opportunities. Marty Burlsworth knows what to do with an opportunity. 25 years doing the Burls camps, and they are coming back again this year. And people are sort of used to being involved in these and mark it on their calendar. And so they fill up kind of quickly. So we want to give people an opportunity who want to get in on it while spots last. Welcome back. Marty, how you doing?
Hey, good, Justin. How are you doing?
I'm great. I get to work with DJ Williams every day. You know what kind of treat that is.
How are you, Marty?
What an honor.
Oh, no.
It's pretty awesome, I got to say. Man, I can't believe 25 years. Two things. First of all, tip of the cap to you and the people that have helped make this happen. And secondly, dang, I feel old.
Well, I know it. Well, hey, you remember back in the early days, Justin, the Burls kids, I remember when you were doing pregame for the radio there at the Razorback Stadium. And, time flies, doesn't it? Isn't it crazy?
It's crazy.
It's just strange. Yeah, I mean, I think you said these camps fill up, and I guess to start out with, I would just like to say, if you are local, and by that I mean in the state of Arkansas, and you want to attend these camps, I would register just as soon as possible. It's getting where it's not something you can wait for the last minute, because these we've been selling out since we started limiting or capping the numbers, so that the camps are 1 year we got where we had so many campers, we didn't think we had as good a camp.
Yeah.
So we limited it to like 250 kids a camp, and we will max out on all of those camps, and the Little Rock camp especially. So if you're in the Little Rock area or anywhere in the state, because we've got people that travel, from really all over the country, and these are just half-day camps. So it is kind of crazy that people come come in from all over the country just to, and I mean, repeatedly, year after year to be a part of these. So that's just a big credit to, Coach Tice that runs the camps. And I'll say between Coach Tice and my wife, Vicki, who organizes the camps, as long as I don't get in the way, it all runs smooth. They just try to keep me out of the way, and I try to stay out of the way. But a lot of good folks out there that volunteer every year, and the former Razorback players as well, that really, really make it work. So thankful for that.
It is May 29th in Farmington, the 30th in Harrison, and May 31st here in Little Rock at War Memorial. What former Razorbacks are committed this year?
Well, DJ, what about you?
I'm always down. For some reason, the past couple years, I've had obligations, but here in Little Rock, you just let me know the day, and I'll be there.
May
It's always
30th.
Fun. Oh, yeah,
Way to know the date, Justin. Tell them the
May
date.
30th.
May 30th.
Yeah, I have no plans.
Okay.
I don't go anywhere. Just gotta tell, and I'm dating a girl now who's a product of Harrison, Arkansas. So she wants to come hang out as well. Should be fun.
Hey, yes, absolutely. That's our girl there. Yeah, we'd love to have her now. And hey, I know she'd be down for it, but she shows up at camp. Vicki will put her to work, and I know she'd would be passing out T-shirts and Gatorade and doing all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'd love to have both of you for
Awesome.
sure.
These are
we've got a good Justin, a good list. We don't know right now. We really for the past few years have not been necessarily announcing who's coming because sometimes that changes, things
Sure.
happen. But every year, the campers come. They don't know who's going to be there, but they know it's going to be good because all these guys are terrific, just like DJ, that just do a great job working with the kids. Like Anthony Lucas and Hubert Loudermilk, Chad Abernathy, and Jodine Davenport. Those Chad and Jodine, I think over 25 years, Chad's missed one camp and Jodine's missed one camp. So wow, that's quite a record there.
Your camp is on a Friday in Little Rock or Saturday? It's on Saturday the 31st.
No, it's Saturday. It's the 31st in Little Rock.
I lied to you. It's 30th in Harrison, 31st here. So it's Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do people sign up?
Just go to BrandonBurlsworth.org. Camps are just $45. They run from 8:30 to 12:30. This being the 25th year, we're going to have some fun little games and different things that Coach Tice. Don't schedule your drills too tight just yet because we're probably going to throw a wrench in it a little bit, but we're going to have some fun little games, some T-shirt toss and things like that just to celebrate the 25th year. And we've got some really nice giveaways. They're going to get more than their $45 fee they normally do anyway, but I mean, we're piling on them this year. So if you can attend camp at all, if there's one that you've never attended, this would be the year that you want to start.
I like it.
It's going to be
Kids,
really great.
Kids 7 to 15. It's an 8:30 to 12:30 deal. So again, if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday for your kids, get signed up quick. I know you guys have got a lot of folks who already have, or take the trip to Farmington, May 29th, May 30th in Harrison. And Marty, we got to run, but I appreciate you coming on. Best of luck with the camps. I know you guys will fill it up and do a great job as you always do. And I appreciate you joining us today.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much for having me on. We appreciate it.
You bet. Always happy to help out. All right, that is Marty Burlsworth on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. And we are going to take our top-of-the-hour break. Coming back, we'll talk about UAMS Ortho Now and the Red White Report. We've got Tom Murphy coming up, too. Zack from Oaklawn will join us with NBA playoff talk. We didn't get into that yet, but Christian's team had a very interesting night last night with a comeback victory after being down 29.
What?
How are you? Well, there was something that coincided with the comeback.
With hundreds of vehicles in stock across 6 brands, your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group. We know that the road ahead is important. Whether it's your daily drive or your next big adventure, the right vehicle makes all the difference. From the reliability of a Toyota to the strength of a Ram truck, we offer vehicles built to last with options for every lifestyle. State-of-the-art technology, unbeatable performance, and the comfort you deserve. It's all waiting for you at Red River. Visit us online at redriverauto.com.
Save $600 on Hustler Turf Raptor Series mowers at Cabot Outdoors through May 31st. Hustler residential zero-turn mowers feature thick one-piece frame, welded steel decks for durability, and are powered by Kawasaki V-twin performance engines. Buy what the pros buy. where the pros buy. At your knowledgeable authorized Hustler dealer. Check out the Hustler Spring Sales event at Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street today. Offer valid through May 31st, 2025. Restrictions apply. See dealer for complete details.
Be sure and tune in each week when Bree Ellis joins Morning Mayhem, brought to you by the F.L. Davis family of Ace Hardware stores. Ace is a place for all of your hardware needs.
Game time or playtime, we're here all the time.
I wish you had more time.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
Construction continues for Arkansas Children's newest building. The new standalone outpatient facility is set to open on the hospital's Little Rock campus next summer. Once finished, it will include an outpatient surgery center, research labs, and a sports medicine and orthopedic clinic. The goal is to strengthen ACH's ability to deliver all types of care. Voters in Pope County will have to decide on whether to build a new jail and 911 center. They will have to vote on whether to increase taxes for it next month. It would be the county's first tax increase in 31 years. It would be for 3/4 of a cent on every dollar spent. There will be a town hall next week for anyone that has questions. That is set for Monday night at 6 at Pottsville City Hall. Early voting for that tax starts May 5th. The day of the special election is May 13th. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms today, some this morning, also another round late this afternoon. It'll be partly cloudy with a little bit of sunshine. It'll warm it up. We'll get up to 83 this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a 20% chance of a shower overnight and a low of 64. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Mega Millions now has better odds, bigger prizes, and the highest starting jackpot in America. Top prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What else is new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
It's the Big Lot on I-30 and Alcoa in Benton, where you'll find hundreds of clean, local pre-owned vehicles with big deals. At the Big Lot Benton, you'll save thousands and go home with a low payment.
Do they have cars that could fit my whole crew for our summer road trip?
Oh, yeah. SUVs from Tahoes, Yukons, Suburbans, minivans. You'll find it all at the Big Lot.
I'm looking for a truck I can use for work, but also to tow the boat later this season.
We've got trucks. The Big Lot on I-30 and Alcoa Road in Benton.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Murderous dictator Joseph Stalin supposedly said, "A single death is a tragedy. 1,000,000 deaths are a statistic." When Syria broke free of the iron grip of the Assad family after 53 years of brutal repression, thousands came forward in an attempt to find friends and relatives who had disappeared into Syria's notorious prisons. It is estimated that 30,000 people were beaten, tortured, and executed. And then the leader Assad escaped to Russia, where he's now living large. But this evil man will not escape the judgment of Almighty God. At the 34 locations Doublebee's has across Arkansas, we live by the golden rule, by treating customers as we would want to be treated ourselves. We stock the things you need, because Doublebee's is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Hawks Homes is the #1 Arkansas dealer. More inventory than anyone in Arkansas. Been in business for over 39 years. At Hawks, we offer custom-built, manufactured, and modular homes. 1 to 5 bedroom homes that can be built to accommodate all your needs. We also build lake houses, hunting clubs, offices, church, and classrooms. For more information, go to hawkshomes.net, located in Conway and Bryant.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's gonna audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items. And you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Crawfish season is finally back at Eat My Catfish. We've got fresh, live crawfish, and all you have to do is just add the fixins. Be sure to come see us or order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Mike, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Top's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, not a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames, and I heard him wreck it.
A lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire, and you know, we had heard some rumors to that, but you know, there's always rumors going around. So I don't know that I was totally surprised. You know, guys, the portal, and I know Nico was high profile, but I don't want to blame the players, I don't, for leaving. I mean, you can say, you know, well, he was here 3 months and blah, blah, blah. But the opportunity to leave is there twice a year. The money to leave for more money is there twice a year. And I'm not positive what we all would do in that situation. So he handled it well, came in and visited with me about it, handled it well, and talked to me about it, and then decided to go in the portal. So obviously, as soon as that happened, then we go find somebody to replace him.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
If you did not recognize that voice, it is Sam Pittman talking about Madni Amaliava leaving Arkansas and heading off to other pastures. I won't call them greener, but they are different. He's going to get to see the whole nation playing in the Big Ten at UCLA. Good for him.
A lot of traveling.
Anyway, I thought Sam took the high road there. Good to see. No point in bashing the kid. Hunter can work behind the scenes and try to get their money back. And I'm sure they will do that. Anyway, here is Coach Pittman. More on portal deal and the situation they're in. It's the hand they're dealt.
Well, the number one thing is keep my own players. You know, that's that's when it's hard to sleep at night. So I'm waiting for Friday at midnight. Number two thing is that we've got some needs in different spots that obviously I think Otis had mentioned that we've got some guys coming in. So we're trying to just get our roster spot to 85 because we know at that point we're done. So we'd like to get to 85 and we're not quite there right now.
And the other thing about the portal is the two windows. And so I think, again, there's a lot of frustration among the fans, among the coaches, probably not among the players as much. They like more freedom probably. Mm-hmm. But here's Coach on that.
You're having spring ball for a lot of reasons. One of them is to get better. One of them is to know who you have on the team, the players to know who's on the team, who they can trust. And then the portal opens after spring. Again, I don't blame the kids for it because it's opportunity for them. I'm not for sure that if you're going to have a spring portal that's good for anybody. To me, you'd have it during that break. Sometime January 2 to 12 is what I've heard. Hopefully they'll do that. But the biggest challenge is that you improve, and then what does that mean? Well, my money should improve. Well, you just signed a contract in January, and we may not have the money available, you know what I mean? So it's just a constant part of fighting that. And I want to be able to pay the players, but I also want to know what my team's supposed to look like after spring ball.
It's a tough deal. But I don't have to do it. Although he gets paid a lot of money to do it, so it's okay. And he's got a GM now.
They got to start doing longer than 1 year deals.
Maybe.
Because I was thinking, you don't run into this issue in the NFL because they understand I got to put in this work, so when my contract is up, then I can ask for the big bucks.
No doubt.
But, I mean, if college guys are only signing 1 year deals, that's how Turnage explained it to us. I get why they ask for money each and every year if they do better each and every year.
I just wonder if a school started offering 2 year deals, if they were back, I'm not doing that. I'm going to go to somewhere that offers me a one.
No, he's saying, that's going to have to be across the board. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll have to be across the board. And I don't know how you do that because if you got a third-year player and he doesn't have to stay 2 years, that's a tough deal.
Maybe those first 2 years you have to stay? I don't know. It seems hard to do.
Yeah, we all have ideas. I don't think any of us have an actual solution, though. But it's either going to get worked out or keep being a mess. Arkansas softball team's ranked 9th in the country. They are heading down to take on number 1, Texas A&M this weekend. At least they're number 1 in some polls, number 2 in others. But we'll just call them number 1. Be more impressive if Arkansas goes down there and gets the win. Arkansas is rolling and looking forward to seeing how they do this weekend. 6th in the Softball America poll this week for Arkansas. And then baseball, you know about them. They're 6th in a few polls this week, too. They are taking on Florida this week. Arkansas is number 5 in other polls, so you don't have to call them, yell at me. Second game's on SEC Network tonight, SEC Network Plus, and you can hear it on the Buzz. 5 o'clock pregame, 5:30 first pitch. 2 o'clock tomorrow, noon on Sunday. Don't anticipate any weather issues. Normal rotation for Arkansas, and hopefully they can continue to pitch well as they did in the midweek against Little Rock, albeit a different guy is going to be starting this weekend, so we'll see what shakes out. Let's bring in Tom Murphy, and we'll talk about draft and portal and baseball and whatever else he wants to get into. Tom, welcome back. Happy Friday.
Oh, happy Friday to you guys, man. Always a pleasure.
All right, well, where do you want to start? Football, basketball, baseball, softball? What do you want to do?
Anywhere, but you just brought up the series against Florida, and you said the normal rotation. Well, I mean, that means Gage Wood is the middle guy. He got one out the other day in his first game back, and they need a longer outing from him, obviously. I think he can pitch. I think Dave Van Horn said 40, maybe 50 pitches in this go-round, but you don't want to go to your pen in the first inning as you did last week. So hopefully Root and Vital Sheaves will give you some length, and you don't have to overuse, say, an Aiden Jimenez or some other good long reliever like Dylan Carter.
Yeah.
They can just get their regular work in.
Right. Well, and Gackle was spectacular coming in to kind of close the game out in their one win last weekend, Tom, and hopefully his trend continues and he pitches well again this weekend. And we did talk about Dylan Carter a little bit earlier today, too. I mean, he has been virtually flawless the last 4 or 5 outings.
He is very confident in what he's doing. I mean, his stint against A&M last weekend, if they could just score a run or two, I mean, it's a heroic type stint based on the way they were scoring. And, you know, A&M came in with such confidence that, you know, no shocker, obviously, that they won the series, but Arkansas had its chances. And you're right, Gackle gives them a guy who can give you great length. So between Carter, Jimenez, and Gackle, you've got three guys who can give you multiple innings. And I like the way Will McIntyre threw the other day against ULR, and hopefully he can get in this weekend as well.
Yeah, that would be good. Talking to Tom Murphy on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline, a little Razorback baseball this weekend. You know, some of the guys have been, I don't want to say struggling, but certainly not as dominant as they've been earlier. And I guess that, you know, in some ways we're still taking shape after the loss of Souza, and that was a pretty good blow considering the way he had been playing. But I mean, kind of like with the pitchers, I feel like there's plenty of guys that are there to potentially step up. So we'll just see what that looks like. And you know, Davalon's been pretty good throughout the year, and Vahiva's been great, and his brother's been, you know, solid as well. But what do you know about Florida, Tom?
Well, Florida was this came from Dave Van Horn early in the season, that Kevin O'Sullivan had told him it might be his most talented team. He's won national championships, been to the College World Series a bunch of times. I want to say maybe 9 times, a bunch of times. And for him to say it might be his most talented team. Now, they've had a bunch of injuries. I know they've had some pitching injuries. But just like A&M, they're starting to get it together. Mm-hmm. They just recently had a 7 or 8 game winning streak, and it got snapped in a road series loss to Mississippi State, where they had already won the first 2 games. So they're playing a lot better. They're at home. They'll be confident. Arkansas caught, you know, look, they got South Carolina at a good time. You know, Missouri, I guess, any time's a good time.
Right.
But, you know, Vanderbilt, they just caught a few teams at a good time. But they're catching A&M and Florida at a bad time where they're playing a lot better. I mean, just healthier and more confident. Because of Arkansas's 4 remaining series, this is, quote, the easiest, because they still have Texas and Tennessee at home and LSU on the road. They're finishing against the top teams in the SEC. So this is a brutal stretch, and Dave referenced it the other night.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And, you know, he made a great point. It sounds obvious, Tom, but I never really heard a coach articulate it before, that it does matter a lot about when you catch these teams. You would have loved to have played Florida like the first SEC series of the year, but just like A&M, it's a different team than they were at the beginning of the season.
That's why covering Dave Van Horn is so special. He just tells it like it is. I mean, he just puts it out there, the things that a lot of other coaches just wouldn't say, but he'll say it, and he doesn't mind. And he's been doing it for so long, and the formulas work for him, so that's just who he is. But, yeah, who you catch and win, and for them, Florida is at a bad time. But I also think they're getting healthier. So, you know, Hunter Deeks, the pitcher, they didn't get him in against ULR, but he's about ready to go. They expect to get Parker Coyle back here pretty soon. They're getting Gage Wood back. So other than Souza, they're just getting healthier, and who knows, man? There's going to be some great series down the stretch against those teams I just listed.
Well, you'll certainly be battle-tested once the regionals roll around, that's for sure. And regardless of the outcome, I'm assuming Arkansas will be hosting the first weekend. And, you know, obviously maybe a little work to do to get to the second weekend hosting as a super regional host and what plays out, obviously. But anyway, we'll see what shakes out and starts this weekend, and hopefully they can win a series, which they haven't done in a couple of weeks, so that would be nice as well. Hey, one thing on Dietz, I saw a post this week, and I think it was from his dad talking about he had a weird injury that happened, not related to the injury that kept him out from pitching. Did you see that, and have you confirmed that?
No, I did see it, and it was his dad or brother. I'm not positive which one, but those stretching bands that they use, they connect to a fence or something. They connect, and they're stretching themselves, and apparently the band popped off and came back, and I guess the metal part hit him above the eye, and it required 10 stitches. And you think about how close that came. If that had hit him straight in the eye, that would have been very damaging.
Yeah.
So he caught a break there. I don't know how it affected his vision, if it impacted him not pitching Tuesday or Wednesday, but I would like to think that, you know, the swelling has gone down, whatever, and he can get back on the mound pretty soon, possibly as early as this weekend.
Yeah, you talk about bad/good luck, I guess you would call it. I mean, you feel like you're getting right there after going through an injury, and then that happens. But to your point, yeah, it could have been a lot worse. That's scary stuff. And, you avoid the more significant long-term impact of getting hit in the eye. So let's move on to football. We can start with the draft. And, of course, Sanders was a big story. Jackson Dart being drafted was a big story. Didn't expect any Razorbacks to go day one. Hopefully that won't last forever, but maybe in the coming years we can look forward to that again. But what are your expectations on the guys that are up there? Obviously, we're expecting Landon Jackson. I don't know why I keep saying obviously. We're expecting Landon Jackson to be the first Razorback selected, correct?
Yeah, and I know Sam Pittman and Deke Adams, the position coach, and some other guys with UA flew down for the party last night, but I'm sure they are realistic in that being among the first 32 is a pretty special deal. And there was a few other edge guys who were rated higher. I mean, there was guys like Nick Emanwari, the South Carolina safety, and Shador, a lot of other guys who, are higher up on board. So I'm hopeful that Landon goes tonight, second or third round. And I'd like to see Andrew Armstrong and Isaac Tesla get picked, and Jaquindon Jackson. By the way, I wish we could have covered 3 or 4 years of Jaquindon Jackson. He seemed like a colorful guy who spoke his mind, and would be really fun to cover. But we only got 1 year of him, and really only 3 or 4 interview occasions with him. But what a fun guy! I hope he gets drafted too. But the Shador Sanders thing. There's always some element of the draft that just gets overplayed. And I switched back and forth from the NFL Network to ESPN, and I got my fill of Mel Kiper talking him up. And look, I do think he's a great talent. He was not protected well at Colorado, and still had the presence of mind to move in the pocket. Very instinctually, very naturally. Had a big arm. He threw some balls up for grabs, and his guys made plays on him. That's for sure. But I think he's an NFL talent. Certainly it's in his bloodlines, and I feel bad for him that he didn't get drafted. But he's going to find a team, and I think he's going to find a way to be a really top-flight NFL quarterback. Late last night, they showed Dion at the party, and I had to look up the town, which is outside Dallas by 30, 40 miles or so, where they live. But Dion looked pretty tired, pretty distraught, I would say. Just not in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It's going to work out for him, and he'll make his money in the NFL. I think he's going to be a primetime starter.
No pun intended.
Did you say the coaches flew where?
Sam Pittman and Deke Adams flew down to Texarkana. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't qualify that. For Landon Jackson had a big draft party, and I'm sure it'll be going on tonight as well. Don't know if Sam and Deke will be there for tonight, but there was 2 state championship teams down at Pleasant Grove, and he had text threads going with both of them. So all those guys, and it's like he wanted to repay back to the community and his teammates to help him get where he is. So they're hosting a bunch of people down there in Texarkana.
I am all for trying to will something to coming true, but that would be like me having a birthday party on Saturday and expecting everybody to show up on Friday. But, hey, listen, I like the optimism, so that's cool that they made an appearance. And, hey, you know what I like better than a party, Tom? A 2-day party. So let's go. Good for him. That's fine. You can't celebrate too much.
No, in the course of my career, I have been to multiple occasions where a person maybe thought they were going to get drafted in the first round. It didn't happen. And the attitude, the air of the party gets kind of sullen. And I'm hoping that didn't happen, that they were realistic.
Yeah.
There was a basketball player at Alabama years ago named Kennedy Winston. He was a really good player. He was from Mobile, had a huge party the night of the draft. He didn't get taken in the NBA draft. 2 rounds, it might have been 3 at the time, I don't remember. He didn't get taken. His agent was there, and there was a bunch of family members who wanted to tar and feather that guy. It was not a good scene.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Wilson had a big party in Fort Smith a few years ago. It didn't get taken. And we weren't in the room. We were separated in another part of the restaurant. But you just feel for these guys, and I'm sure that there was a realistic expectation, or it would be a bit of a long shot if he went in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, if you're crying after not getting taken in the first round and you're Landon Jackson and you are that convinced, I would, and you're crying about it, I mean, I would send in the Godfather and shake him and tell him, "You can act like a man!" But you're crying. But I don't think he was probably crying. Yeah, I'm sure he was probably realistic. And look, I'm rooting for the guy. I hope he goes really early today, but we'll see where it shakes out. Anybody else you feel great? Like if you were going to bet a paycheck on it, any other Razorbacks you feel great about getting drafted?
No, not great. I mean, because when you look at the draft boards, when you look at the rankings, and a really interesting part of this draft was the receivers. Because Andrew Armstrong had the production on the field. He's got the tape. He's making basket catches. He's making sideline catches. He's making 50-50 ball catches. I mean, he was Taylor Green's guy. I mean, it's 3rd and 5. They throw a slant to him for 6 yards. The cornerback's all over him. Armstrong makes the catch. He's not a great separator. But Tesla wound up with this unbelievable athleticism score that they talked about. It's like some new metric of his athleticism because he's got a great vertical. He's got a great broad jump. And there were many services who've had him rated higher among receivers. How this shakes out, I don't know. I hope they both wind up in the league on a team where they can catch on. But to me, it will be fascinating. I don't know if either or both will be drafted. I hope they are, but the order that they go in is going to be fascinating to me.
Would you be shocked if Jackson got drafted?
JaQuindon, he's down there, I think, in the 20s, mid-20s or so, ranking among running backs. And what do we have? 2 last night, Genty and Marion Hampton, and that might have been it. That might have been a 3rd. But anyway, will there be 25 running backs drafted? Really hard to say. Seems like more of an undrafted free agent situation, but again, I hope he gets stay.
Yeah, same here. Talking to Tom Murphy on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Let's get your thoughts on the conversation about Iamaleava specifically and the portal situation generally from Coach Pittman this week.
Yeah, I heard the clip you played, and look, Sam just lays it out there, how he feels. And he said, with Matt, where there's smoke, sometimes there's fire. So the coaching staff has been hearing rumors probably in the days leading up to his decision. But with the whole family dynamic with the Iamaleavas, it didn't play out really well for them with the Tennessee departure. I guess it was a one-day holdout, and Josh Heupel made up his mind. I'm not playing that game. I think, and y'all were talking about it's mostly one-year contracts, and I believe that's true. But I feel like Nico had kind of a multi-year deal because it was talked about as being $8 million, and maybe for the lifetime of his college career. He wanted to renegotiate that, and it didn't work out. So I think Sam Pittman will be much happier if there's a one portal opportunity, and it happens in early January, as he mentioned. So there'll be some playoff teams that will have to worry about whether they have guys interested in going to the portal. But I think it's preferable to you finish spring ball, you feel like you know what your roster is, and then you have guys in your 2 deep who are leaving. That's crushing, especially for a team like Arkansas that has trouble stacking up a 2 deep the way the prime teams in the SEC and the Big Ten do.
We saw the conversation, or at least the post from Hunter about the contract and enforcing the contract. Do you have a clear understanding of what number they're going after? Is it a portion of the total or a portion of what's left or a portion of what they paid him or what?
I don't know the details of Madden's contract, but it would have been more backloaded, meaning had he stayed for the season, there would have been more money involved. I've seen the number 200,000 put out there by I don't know who. I don't know if that's accurate because to me that's a higher fraction of what I feel like his total value was. So, but maybe he had been paid through the summer. I really don't know, but clearly they're going after a portion of that, and an outlet called Front Office Sports also reported that at least 2 athletes, I don't know who the other one is, but Arkansas is not messing around. And, Hunter Yurachek has been on the front edge, not only of this, but of if the coach is underperforming, why did we have these massive buyouts? And he did some of the first, if you're under 500, it's not going to be the same amount on your buyout, which makes sense to me. And he was a pioneer on that. And I think schools were concerned that if they went after the money, word would get out there and it would affect you in recruiting. But if a lot of schools are doing it, which is the right thing to do, it's an enforceable contract, do it. And I applaud Hunter Yurachek for that.
Yeah, schools don't go, hey, you're a nice guy, coach, and since you're leaving us, we're not going to enforce the buyout. Like, that's not how that works. And it shouldn't. So we'll see what happens.
No, but I think these kids and their agents maybe felt like they could get away with it, and possibly a lot of them did. And as Brandon Marcello of CBS Sports reported the other day, it's becoming more of a trend. Like more schools now are saying, no, we're going to go after it. This is a contract. You signed it. You're an adult. You know, this is big boy business now that you're involved in, and deal with it.
Absolutely. Tom, we'll let you go. Appreciate the time very much, my friend, and keep up the good work. We'll talk to you next Friday.
Dudes, have a great weekend.
All right, buddy. That is our buddy Tom Murphy from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. D3 Auto Sales text line offerings coming up. We got a few things to get to. We got Zack Gillham from Oaklawn Sports on the other side of the break. Speaking of Oaklawn, we're going to head down there in a moment. We'll head down there maybe some over the next few months.
Yeah.
And by maybe, I mean next week.
Yes.
You guys are going to have a great time down there. And it's a great place to go wager on sports, and you don't even have to go. You can use the Oaklawn Sports app. Zach will tell you all about the lines on the other side. But if you're just looking for a good time and you're not big on wagering, you just want a great meal and a great place to stay and some nice scenery, guess what? Oaklawn's the spot for that as well. Oaklawn Sports, yes. Oaklawn.com to book your room. Oaklawn.com to book your tickets for one of the great headliner entertainment options like Craig Morgan or Low Cash, Loverboy, the Righteous Brothers, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. They're all coming to Oaklawn over the next few months. And, of course, you got Pop's Lounge, live music every weekend on Friday and Saturday. We've only got 2 weekends of racing left, so if you like watching horses run and you like to do it close to home, guess what? You better get on it. Oaklawn Racing, 2 more weeks. And you can get your Oaklawn Anywhere account set up, bet.oaklawn.com. That way you can wager on the races at Oaklawn. And if you're thinking about getting a wager in on the Kentucky Derby next week or the Oaks, you could do that on there as well, any track. And you can watch the races on there as well, which I think is really cool. But anyway, our friends at Oaklawn are here for you in so many different ways. So let them help you. Have some fun. You deserve it. You work hard for your money.
I want to go.
I know you do.
Let's do it.
You're going to go next Friday.
Perfect.
Done.
You always know what to say and do. Cold flip when you think your man is playing you. Not cheap or petty.
Live fan feedback on 103.7 The Buzz is powered by Whit Davis Lumber Plus. Whit Davis Lumber Plus, more than a lumber yard.
This is Sports Center.
Round 1 of the NFL Draft was last night, and Cam Ward went to the Titans #1 overall as expected. But the surprise of the night came at pick 2 as the Jaguars traded up from 5 with the Browns to select Colorado cornerback and wide receiver Travis Hunter. They traded pick number 5, a second-round pick, and a fourth-round pick in the 2025 draft, as well as their first-round pick in 2026 to land them. 2 quarterbacks did go in the first round, just not the 2 many expected, as the Giants traded up to grab Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart at pick 25, which left Colorado quarterback Shadur Sanders falling out of the first round. Rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL Draft will be tonight. Coverage will start at 6 o'clock. And Arkansas baseball starts their 3-game road series against Florida tonight. First pitch is set for 5:30. Radio coverage can be heard on The Buzz. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network. One day, one chance to win a dream vacation. Give blood with Our Blood Institute on Saturday, May 3rd at any mobile blood drive or donor center near you, and you could win a getaway valued up to $2,000 from Dream Vacations. One lucky donor will win, but every donor will receive a free t-shirt and a Magic Springs ticket. Donate blood on Saturday, May 3rd. Reserve your appointment now at obi.org/events.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Washita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Washita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Washita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
Hey, you want to know what really happened here in Hot Springs? I'm not talking, but there's a guy at 510 Central Avenue in Hot Springs, a wise guy. He'll tell you all you need to know, but not enough to get you whacked. Your hope. The Gangster Museum of America. TGMOA.com.
Experience the rich history of America's first resort at the Gangster Museum of America and the Hattery. Check out the Gangster Museum of America, 510 Central Avenue, 501-318-1717, or visit us at TGMOA.com.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
If you have a passion for adventure and unmatched quality, then head to Honda of North Little Rock for the best lineup of quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. They have Honda's best models and will find the perfect ride just for you. That's Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Some wind up in the Hall of Fame, some go down in the blaze of glory. Some people never ever make a name, but change the
Welcome back to The Zone. Philip Martin joining us in studio now. It's good to see you, Philip. How we doing?
Good to be here. Well, it's great to be here.
Well, it's good to be anywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beats the alternative.
Yeah. Lots going on in my life, but I'm here.
Talk to me.
Oh, it's not that big a deal. I'm going deaf in my right ear. It's just totally gone. All of a sudden. It's like I woke up the other day, and it's, so I got to go see my hearing guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even have a hearing guy.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
going to need one.
Yeah. But, you spend $6,000 on hearing aids, and then a year later, your right ear goes out. So, I don't know.
I have that problem with my iPods, but, or my, whatever you call them, AirPods, but.
Different thing, huh?
But I can usually get it fixed up.
Yeah.
I swear to God, every day I get up, I put them in, I'm about to go for a run, I go to the gym.
Yeah.
The right one doesn't work.
One cuts out.
I have to put it back in the stupid case, and then it flashes once, and it's like, I work now.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you messing with me? Just work. I got time. I got time to go here.
Philip, your ear doesn't work like that, huh?
No. But
you should put it back in the case.
My AirPods do, though.
Phyllis, don't look for sympathy from these
I know.
kids. They're young. They don't know anything about the encroachments of old age.
No.
You talked to me about that.
I was telling somebody earlier, I don't know if ever since I got older, Netflix came out with a new option for subtitles. I watch movies with subtitles.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I have to.
Me too.
I can't really understand what's being said. And I said, I didn't know. I used to hate watching them with subtitles. Now I can't watch them without it.
Part of the reason they do that is the way they mix it, because they mix up all the background noise really loud, and the dialogue is relatively low. And I still don't know why they do that, but
It's
that's
stupid.
one of the reasons.
It's like you're watching a Christopher Nolan movie or something.
You got to get a sound bar.
As Butthead told Beavis, if I wanted to read, I'd go to school.
You got to get a good sound bar, I'm telling you.
I have a sound bar. I still
have a sound
like
bar.
the subtitles.
I don't have an issue, and I can't hear as well as you can, I bet.
Even I can hear.
Should
but
I get a
still like the
sound bar? Would that be a good thing?
Yes.
I turn the captions off, of course, for sporting events because you don't want that in there.
Yeah, Christian and Wes both use it too. So I mean, it's not uncommon. I think a lot of people do it. I can't stand having the words on the screen. It drives me nuts. I cannot immerse in a show as well when there are words.
I'm opposite because I feel like I'm missing something.
It might
you're missing something.
What'd they say? Run it back.
It might be because I watched a lot of foreign films and I got used to them that way. That may be it.
That would be
Let me help
That's
you.
my thing
I have one
also.
other suggestion for you too, DJ. Ebony, zip it. That's the problem for a lot of people. Their significant other is wearing them out during the show.
So, Philip, the best thing about captions I've ever seen, when Oasis came over to America for the first time, they were interviewing Liam Gallagher. And they put captions up, and he went nuts and started cursing at him. They said, "We can't understand you with that heavy Mancunian accent." So I still laugh every time I think about that.
Yeah, well, there's
speak
certainly
English.
people that
no,
need them.
American English.
I also went to a part where I thought it was maybe my ear hair. I started getting that about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So what?
This is Morning Mayhem right now.
Old man radio.
You don't have ear hair?
Okay.
I do. I trim it.
It's strong though, right?
Well,
DJ,
it is.
he
It's
does,
different.
but he doesn't talk about it on the radio. Is what he's trying to tell you.
Oh, I would. I just trim
Yeah.
it, and then it's not an issue. I don't think you'd have
But
to have
this
really
is-
significant ear hair to keep
This
it
is
from here.
new to me. You know what I mean? I mean,
You have to be
Christian,
like a Yeti.
you have. No, you're not there yet. This is new to me. I didn't know this was a thing.
It's a real pain.
I
It's
always
great.
saw it, and I was just like,
you
That's
lose
weird.
hair where you want it. You gain hair where you don't.
me
You can
about
pluck your eyebrows, but trying to pluck ear hair is
Different
a mother.
ballgame.
You're
Oh, it
getting it on
hurts.
your inner ear.
Oh, it's in there. Like,
Your inner ear?
I've always seen places like, I've come across a couple older gentlemen, and I was like, dang, they got so much hair coming out of there. I'm glad I don't have that.
Here's the thing, guys. You got to manscape, including your
Yeah.
ears. Let's get
Yeah.
on it.
Oh.
Get it together.
That's tight.
You'd be so much happier.
That's a
Do
PSA.
you think Will Campbell can play tackle in the NFL, or is he going to have to move him
I think
to guard with those 32-inch arms?
He'll do
32-inch arms are small.
He has
Yeah.
short arms.
Speak for yourself there, long guy.
Yeah.
He tells are all the same. You don't know what it's like over here.
Now, it's time to learn the biggest lines of the weekend. It's Better Bets with Oaklawn's Director of Sports Wagering, Zack Gillham. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
There he is. Happy Friday, Zach.
Yeah, happy Friday, guys. How we doing?
We're great. We're great.
Can you hear me, DJ? Can you hear me?
Here, let me clip my ear hair real quick. Let me
Say what I'm going to do. I'm going to write down everything Zach says.
Yeah, caption it for me, would you? Oh, could you imagine? Hey, it won't be long.
You got it?
Yeah.
It says, can you hear me, DJ?
It won't be long before those Google Meta glasses, they're going to start putting captions
Subtitles,
out there when
right,
people
exactly.
talk. It's coming.
See,
No
I'm
question.
the worst on the other end of it. I can't see a damn thing. Now I'm wearing my glasses all the time.
Yeah.
When
I
I have to
notice
read
that
anything.
every once in a
It's
while.
annoying.
Why'd you wear him on the radio?
Because I don't have to see anything here.
Well, you got to see him.
Every once
I
in a while,
can see
he'll
people.
put
I
'em
can't
on.
read
Right,
words.
you can't read. That's right.
I can read like a 16 font like that, fine, but anything smaller than that, forget it. I'm out. Anyway, like this.
Yeah, for me, it's just depending on what we're watching. You know, if there's tough accents, I probably need some subtitles, and
Yeah.
if it's a foreign film, I like listening to the actual language and the real actors, so I'll use subtitles. But I'm like you, Justin. It can distract me, so if I can go by without them, I try to go without the subtitles.
Back in my day, we didn't have subtitles. All right. So no odds at Oaklawn on when or if Shedeur Sanders will be drafted, but there are plenty of other things to get to. So let's start with whatever you want to talk about. I guess the most pressing thing is probably the NBA playoffs, Zach.
Yeah, absolutely. NBA playoffs, we've had some great series start so far. Just to go off the top, the Thunder have been our favorite for a while to win it all. They're still up top, plus 130 to win the championship. Yeah. The Celtics are 175, the Cavs at 450, and then you get a big jump up to the Lakers at 1,800. On the West, the Lakers are a prohibitive favorite. They're minus 200 there. The Clippers and the Lakers both at 8-1. And then in the East, the Celtics minus 167, the Cavs at 150, and then the Knicks are at 12-1. All the games are on the board for today and tomorrow, so those are available. Celtics 3.5-point favorites tonight over the Magic.
What were OKC's odds when they were down 29 last night?
You know, I've been looking back to try and find what those were. We did have a few people jump on the live spread, but I've not found a live money line quite yet.
You have got to have some guts, but you've also, if you watch enough NBA games, you know anything's possible, especially with Jaw going down.
Right.
And it was so
points.
It was second quarter too. It was so early, so
yeah.
But still, that's wild. That's a lot.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about Oaklawn Sports is that live wagering option. So whether you didn't realize the tip off was at 6, you thought it was 6:30, and you were a little late, or you just thought the comeback was on its way. Those options were available. Player props stay available. There's a lot of fun stuff there live, and then you can even follow the game along. You can see, what the score is in the update.
Tonight we've got Celtics, Magic, Pacers, Bucks, and Lakers, Timberwolves. Zach, where are we on these?
So the Celtics right now 3.5-point favorites, and this one's on the road, so they've flipped. This one's down in Orlando. They're 3.5-point favorites over the Magic. Totals at 197.
Do you have player props on these?
Oh yeah, tons of player props. It's very similar when me and you go through a lot of the NFL. How there's about 400 or 500 markets for each game. Same thing for the NBA. Same thing for the NHL. I know we don't talk a lot of hockey, but they're in their playoffs as well. So you have player specials, player points. You have first field goal scorer. You can wager on the player threes, assists, rebounds, defensive props. There's quarter props for the game. If there's a specific player you're looking for, shoot them at me, and I can give you some of those.
What's
lines.
Banchero at tonight? Because he's been scoring well, even though the Magic have not been winning.
So right now he is at 25 plus is minus 205. If you get him to 30, he's at plus 114.
Like 30,
I like
Christian?
those.
I like
yeah.
30.
Okay.
He can score 30, and they'll probably still lose by 20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Jason Tatum is out again tonight.
Is he? Okay. All right. Pacers, Bucks tonight. Zach?
Yeah, Pacers, Bucks. So looking at that one, Bucks 5.5-point favorites. Right now, Pacers up 2-0 in this series, so Bucks need a win. And there are, again, all of the player props available for this one. Is there a specific player? I know Mr. Bobby Portis is popular in the state. He's at 15 plus. He's at minus 104. So 15 is about his number.
Ooh, I like that.
But you can take him up to 20 if you think he's going to have a night. 20 plus points is at plus 235.
What do you have the other day? 28?
28 and 12 or something
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
Does he have like a points, rebounds, assists, or just that?
No, we have, so those are going to fall under your player specials. His points, rebounds, assists.
If it's
Right
under
now-
35, I'd feel pretty good. Or under 30 for sure.
Yeah, and his, I'm looking at points, rebounds, they have it 22.5. So it doesn't look like they have the assist in there with it, but you can do a points, rebounds on
Yeah,
Bobby
he's not
Portis.
getting many assists anyway.
What's
so.
22 and a half?
22.5 is minus 115 on either side.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Bet on Bobby Portis. That's I'm going to write that down. Bet on Bobby.
What's Giannis's? Is his points, rebounds, assists like 45?
So just his points and rebounds is 45.5. If you go to his points, rebounds, and assists,
46 and a half.
Yeah, 45.5 is minus 435. If you get him 50 plus, it's minus 195.
Okay. And then the late game tonight, Lakers Timberwolves. This one's in Minnesota tonight, and of course it's a 1-1 series, so big opportunity for Luke and the boys on the road. And of course Anthony Edwards got in some trouble this week. He may or may not be my chump, but
what did he do? Oh yeah.
I told you talk trash. Yeah.
Very very poor trash. His trash is trash. Anyway.
Yeah, as you said, this one's a great series, 1-1 right now. They're headed up to Minnesota, and Lakers are a dog in this one. So right now it looks like Timberwolves -3, totals at 207. And just like these other games, we do have player props on the board. For instance, I know this isn't the name that you might have thought I was going to lead with, but Austin Reeves, he's at 20 plus at plus 117. Luka at 30 plus is at minus 139. 35 plus, you're getting plus 155.
I think I like Reeves better than I like Luka's numbers, but
Yeah, that's why I led with Reeves. I kind of do too.
well, he is averaging
and then
28, I think, in the series, maybe. So
Luka,
and then LeBron James, got to mention him. His 25 plus, he's at plus 112. 20 plus, he's at minus 240. So kind of an in between. His main number is going to be probably 22, 23 and a half.
Yeah.
And that's available as well with a couple different options. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want, whether you take the latter options or you go to the specific player prop.
All right. Major League Baseball, I assume, Zach, what else is going on this weekend?
Razorback Baseball is on the board. They're
Where's
playing
that?
Florida, open up that series tonight. They opened about minus 180 with most nationwide books. They're all the way to minus 195 already. Not a surprise. I expected them to take some action and this get closer to minus 200, and that is where it's trending. Odds on the board to win the College World Series. Arkansas is still your favorite at Oaklawn Sports. They are 4-1. There has been a move in those odds though. Texas, Justin, we talked about it for quite some time on Oaklawn Game Day. They were 10-1. Those have been cut in half. They are now co-second choice with Tennessee. They're both 5-1.
Well, if you took those three, you'd have a pretty good shot at it, I would think. Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas. But all right. Quickly, Major League Baseball, Zach, futures, I guess. Any movement? I know the Dodgers have not been quite what people expected at this point, but we got a long way to go.
Yeah, there's been just a slight. They're a little better priced than they were. They had dipped down close to plus 200. They're at plus 225. Yankees are 7-1. Phillies are at 9-1, and the Braves 11-1. Looking at the American League, Yankees your favorite at 3-1. The National League, the Dodgers at plus 125. For the divisional races, they're all still looking pretty competitive, except for the National League West, where the Dodgers are minus 670, which might be worth looking at with the Padres the way they're playing right now. I mean, that NL West is very strong.
No doubt. All right, Zach, we got to run. Oaklawn Sports is the website. You can also download it for your iPhone or your Android and have some fun with it, or go by and see Zach and the folks in the book. They'd be happy to have you there, and it's so easy to get your money in and out. Every kind of pay you can think of, including if you want to drop some cash at the casino, you can go to the sports book, and they'll actually fund your account that way. So pretty simple thing to do. Have a great
very
weekend.
Easy to get the money in and out, and don't forget those profit boosts. There's an innie that's live right now. There'll be more coming throughout the day. And for the playoffs, we've been doing some same-game parlay profit boosts. So they work just like the profit boost, but you have to make your parlay within the same game. So be on the lookout. Just check that daily, and you will see those promotions going live.
Have a great weekend, Zach. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Got some breaking news.
Talk to me.
From Kirk Bowles of the paper down in Austin via our man Randy Allison, our man in Amsterdam. Texas ace Jared Spencer will have shoulder surgery Monday and is out for the rest of the season.
Ooh.
Their best pitcher. That's big.
That stinks for them.
Yeah. Good for Arkansas.
It's the Founders Day sale at Bradford Marine and ATV, honoring the legacy of our founder, Knox Bradford, offering discounts on boats like the Tracker Pro Team 175 with 75 horsepower Mercury outboard and $500 in savings, or a $750 Bass Pro gift card. Or get the Sun Tracker Bass Buggy 18 with 75 horsepower Mercury with $400 in savings, or a $500 Bass Pro gift card. Join us as we salute our founder at the Founders Day sale through Monday at all Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. Your authorized Tracker dealer.
Sell, sell, sell.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge here in Sherwood, and I've got big news for April. Don't worry about the tariffs, because we don't have any tariff merchandise at Fletcher Dodge. I've got some great offers, so I hope you'll listen up to these great values. Here's a big one. $14,000 off on new Ram pickups. Yes, I did say $14,000 off, and when you come see us, we don't have any fluffed up MSRPs. That's off the real MSRP. Also, you can have at your choice. You can have 1.9% financing for 72 months. Wow, $14,000 or 1.9% financing for 72 months. Our Jeep sale was a huge success, so we're going to extend it through April. Listen up to this. Save $6,500 on new Wranglers and get our new Jeep Compass as low as $25,995. We're having a big sale also on our pre-owned. This is something we've never done before. Buy a used car and get a certified warranty at no extra charge. Come see us at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood, or shop us online at FletcherDeals.com.
Lost in the real estate jungle? Boundary or easement dispute? Title problem? Hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of legal lions. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all real estate-related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037. Champs and Chumps is brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders. With indoor and outdoor seating, Washita Bar and Grill provides a family-friendly environment with mouth-watering food. BKC Home Builders is the premier home builder in Hot Springs, providing custom home build and remodels, both big and small. For more info, go to bkchomebuilders.com.
You better believe it. All right, this weekend at the Washita Bar and Grill, it's Friday, right? 7 to 10 tonight, live music, Zack Hatton, Jeff Ivey tomorrow from 7 to 10. They've got their bingo and brunch on Sunday starting at 11 a.m., and they've got their Miller Lite Mondays with tacos, tequila, tall boys, and tubes. Sounds like a good time to me. It's a great spot. It's the Washita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Don't miss it. They get a champ every week. My champ this week is a professional football player, not one who got drafted last night, but one who's been in the league for a minute and just got a new contract. His name is Cam Jurgens. He's the Eagles center. He's got a really hard job, especially on that tush-push or whatever you want to call it. 4-year deal, $68 million, and he's already got plans for some of the money. He says, I haven't given it too much thought. I feel like I fly a lot, so I might look into this thing called, TSA PreCheck. I feel like that sounds like it's a good idea. I'm kind of tired of waiting in line, so I think I can afford that. I think I'm going to look at a TSA pre-check next and see if I can get that done. Well, let me tell you something, Cam Jurgens. It is, in fact, a game changer.
Yes.
And that will cost you exactly $150 or so of your dollars out of the $68 million. You'll have plenty left over. Great idea. And you might want to go all the way and get clear. You should probably get global entry. There's a lot of ways to save yourself time, especially if you travel a lot, and obviously he does. My chump this week is Anthony Edwards. It's not just that he said something stupid. It's just that his trash talk is so lame. There was a fan that was giving him a hard time in L.A., and he was telling him how much money he made over and over again. I make this much money. I make this much. Then he said, my blank is bigger than yours. And I'm like, this is the most 12-year-old trash talk I've ever heard. Now, he's a great player. We all know that. And he's really fun to watch. He's definitely worth the price of admission. But for him to even acknowledge the fan that's trash talking him, if you're going to do it, you better have something good to say back to him. And that is awfully lame. You're my chump this week. But he can put that all aside tonight with a victory for the Timberwolves.
I got a champ, Travis Hunter, second-round pick. I listened to his
second overall pick.
Did I say second round? Second overall pick.
You were confusing
He had an interview with the Bussin' with the Boys after he got drafted. It's a very popular podcast now. And dude's humble. I really like his approach to the way he answers a lot of things. Like he does seem like a good, really good kid, and still that young spirit. So I'm very excited to see what he does. I really wish the best for him.
Just like his coach.
Champ, too.
He's very humble.
Not to get political, but I really liked Clay Matthews on stage last night. Said that he received a message from President Donald Trump. He actually got it written out. He opened it up. Everybody on stage was like, what? He called you? And then he opened it up and yelled out, "Bears still suck." And so
we should have pulled that clip. That's funny.
As far as doing that in Lambeau, couldn't think of anything better. Chump of the week. I'm not a big fan of people who prey on people's downfall. And even though, oddly, I agree with some of the things he says, but he's just malicious intent. Jason Whitlock. He is. He gets a chump. Like I said, somebody who just looks for people to fail. And he gets way too excited about it, in my opinion. And then I'll also give a chump to Unc and Shannon Sharp, for those who don't know. Beyond if everything pans out or anything,
the way he's moving
a multi-millionaire, 54-year-old man feeling the need to entertain a 19-year-old OnlyFans girl. What are we doing? To each their own, I get it.
Sounds like this radio station.
Yeah, I just feel like
54-year-olds dating 19-year-olds.
I feel like he has. You should know better.
Two things about the Whitlock thing, going back to that for a moment, if I may. You know what the Bible says about celebrating another man's fall? It's against it. And also, Pigskin, give me the chapter and verse.
What is it? It's first Schadenfreude. Yes.
No. It is bad for your karma, besides if you believe in another religious persuasion. The other thing about him is when you can't lift yourself up, you must tear others down.
Yeah.
And he's a big fat anchor.
Yeah.
And so that's what he does.
Yes. I didn't hear what he did this week. But Champ, Thunder, obviously Ja got hurt, unfortunately. But second largest comeback in postseason history, down 29. The largest one was Clippers a few years ago. They came back down 31 against the Warriors.
Postseason?
Yeah, 2019.
Wow, that's wild.
OKC needed a game where they faced some adversity, and they got it.
Yeah.
Didn't need to get a cakewalk through the first round. Chump, I'm going to give one to Jalen Brunson. I hate to do this.
Thank you.
He's a very good player. I respect his talent, but he may be the worst foul baiter / grifter / flopper I've ever seen.
Is Trey Johnson?
Amen.
It's
worse.
Yeah, watch some Jalen Brunson.
Okay,
it's
horrible.
Bad. Yeah, he's putting James Harden to shame.
Oof. All right, we are up against it. Top of the hour is upon us. We'll be back with some entertainment. Philip, we got a few movies coming out this weekend that are semi-interesting.
Yeah. So, the first really good movie of the year, I think.
My cohorts here are huge fans of the movie Sinners.
Yes.
It is on my list.
Yes.
I will tell you a movie you should avoid at all costs. If somebody says either go watch Drop or I'm going to blow your brains out, I'd say fire away.
Yeah.
It is so bad. So bad.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Allison Krauss and Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas. Arcadia 2025 tour. May 12th, First Security Amphitheater. With special guest Willie Watson. Get tickets now at AllisonKrauss.com. Don't miss Allison Krauss and Union Station featuring Jerry Douglas live.
High school and college baseball are back in the natural state. Join me, Kevin Bohannon, every week on Drive Time Sports for Around the Horn, brought to you by Fence Brokers.
This is Chuck Barrett, inviting you to listen to me call the Hogs on 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ Little Rock.
Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
It's been nearly 2 weeks since the mass shooting at a Conway park, and there's still no one in custody. 2 people were killed and 9 others injured. Arkansas Stop the Violence is asking Conway police to offer a reward for anyone who can identify the suspects. Reverend Benny Johnson says the police department has not responded to that request. Johnson says if he does not hear from Conway police soon, he will reach out to other local organizations to raise the money on their own. Plans for a crypto mining facility failed in Bologna. Interstate Holdings Blockchain wanted a fully enclosed metal building off Energy Way. The company says it would follow all state and local noise ordinances and would not disrupt the power to local homes. The board decided against granting a permit, mostly due to noise concerns and possible health side effects. The company can appeal that decision. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
A little bit of sunshine in the middle of our Friday, a partly cloudy sky all in all today, and a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Small chance this morning, another chance this afternoon. But with that sun making its way into the sky, well, we'll get up to 83 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
The big lot has got the big deals.
It's the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on I-30 and Alcoa in Benton.
My kids are grown and out of school, so it's time for a car just for me. But I never have time to shop.
Shop on your schedule at BigLotBenton.com. There's hundreds of vehicles, all with vehicle history, easy financing options, and fast approval. Just visit BigLotBenton.com. The Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on I-30 and Alcoa Road in Benton.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Washita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Washita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Washita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that. Because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See shelter agent Paul Killingsworth in Cabot, Jonathan Stone in Lone Oak, or Stephen Reeser in Jacksonville today.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's gonna audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Roger Scott for Gravely Moors, working hard once again, making sure my lawn is lush, weed-free, and beautiful. By working hard, I mean, of course, I'm watching Bradley Owens mow it for me. Bradley, tell the good folks hello. Well, hello. That's enough right there, my good man. Pay attention, you missed a spot. What he didn't tell you is that you can take your very own Gravely Mower home today at 0% interest over 48 months. That's right, 0% interest on both residential and commercial mowing. Now, Bradley, tell them where you can go get your very own Gravely Mower. Well, I'll finish it for you at Chapel Hardware in Pine Bluff or Triple C Sales and Service in Conway.
Spring is here. It won't be long before you're planning a road trip. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side, tires for your car to get your family around safely, Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by any Point S, Arkansas store, Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Online at pointstire.com.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Jessica Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox
It's 12:06, our final hour of the week, and it was a good one, I thought. We had a good time. We were over at Bradford Marine and ATV earlier this week. DJ had a nice time over there with Lev. Got to look at some of their inventory. Identified a few items we'd like to put on the wish list.
Been following Lev on social media, and he's been putting in some pretty cool posts.
Yeah,
with some good toys, as he would call them.
Well, the Founders Day sale goes through Monday, so if you haven't had a chance to take advantage of it yet, you can go over there and see them. And they've got specials galore. It goes through Monday, though. They're there today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. BradfordMarine.com. And again, if you buy during the Founders Day sale, honoring their great founder, Knox Bradford, you get a red Bass Pro hat, and I'm going to have to hide it at my house because Maddox Acri will be trying to snatch my red Bass. 100%. All the kids dig that stuff, man.
Yeah.
They dig that stuff. Anyway, I strongly encourage you to go see our friends at Bradford Marine and ATV and take advantage of those prices and financing options for the Founders Day sale, and I appreciate Lev having us out last week. Had a good time over there. It always do.
They've been selling fun since
1971.
Mm-hmm.
That's before the year of my birth. I mean, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not as old as Philip.
No.
But
y'all are 1 year apart. Oh.
My buddy said after I talked about my glasses and the need for those lately, he said, now I realize why you don't want the subtitles, because you can't see a damn thing. I'm like, that's a great point. You're exactly right. Yeah. It's very astute. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Let's see here. Okay, Ron, thank you. I don't know what that means. Luca will get 40 tonight, says Jason in Cabot.
Ooh.
Put that in writing. Well, you did.
Okay.
I got to ask my resident expert over here.
It's possible. He's Luca.
Thank you.
It could happen.
You guys are hilarious. I am 71. I feel your pain. Yeah, listen, there's
Yeah.
stuff that goes wrong that's just like, well, when did that start hurting? This morning I started going for a run, and my left ankle hurts. I didn't hurt my left
Out of
ankle.
nowhere.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Exactly. It
But
just shows up.
But I know my old self well enough to know if after I go like 3 blocks, it'll warm up.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with my right knee.
It's like a
Yeah,
bad
my
carburetor.
knees are like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, my knees, they'll lock up, but if I just keep going, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
From the 940, movie theaters don't have captions. That is true.
That's not, you can get them. You can get them,
can?
yes.
How?
A lot of theaters, I think most theaters, if you request it, they will give you a device that will that will show the dialogue.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
No, I don't need it at the theater. I'm fine.
Guys, was he talking about number 22 in our backfield? He seemed like in every interview someone kicked his dog. He came across way too serious. Elsie and Sherwood says about Jaquin Jackson.
That caught me off guard a little bit. I didn't know he was the
Gregarious
bubbly, bright,
Mm-hmm.
gregarious
Gregarious
yes. type.
Yeah. You know what? I may send you to Philip Martin camp.
I'm gonna.
Oh no!
I'm gonna start calling you Milchick.
Listen,
That's you.
if you went and spent a week with Philip,
You remember how they treated Milchick for using all those big words?
That's right.
It's him.
That's right. You have to speak in one-syllable words now. Millie.
I might as well be using nothing but of and up down when you're around Philip. This is the wordsmith over here. I'm gonna go send you to Philip Martin boot camp, and you go spend about 2 weeks with this dude. Your vocabulary will double.
Like that? Okay.
Yes, like that.
Fair.
Hey, listen. You think I recognize those who have a better vocabulary
There's
than
no
mine.
such thing as a synonym. There's always one right word.
There you go.
I love that.
All right, that's a great. Is that yours or is that
Go
stolen
write
from
it
someone?
down on the bathroom wall.
That is not totally original with me, but the way I phrase it is original.
I like that.
I think it's William F. Buckley.
And if you need to know the difference between emaciated and what was the other word we used? Oh, atrophied.
Atrophy.
See Bill Vickery. The way Justin cut Pigskin down from 10 years to 5, we need him working on lowering those tariffs. No doubt. I'll talk you down. And don't get me started on the Middle East. I can have that settled in a week. Justin, what are some good horse picks this weekend? I do not know, but you can follow Nancy's picks. You can follow Matt Dinnerman's picks. My buddy Lang's got a good pick sheet. I don't know anything about anything, but if you listen to the show tomorrow, I know that Jeff Taylor will have some picks, and so will David Longinati. They weren't married at the beginning of Castaway. We know that. But they were about to be engaged or were engaged.
He handed her the ring and said, hold on to this till I get back for New Year's.
She stabbed him in the back and besmirched his memory. That's what she did. I hated that movie.
I'm not going to lie. I was with you, Pigskin, when the scene of him dropping her back off, I was so mad.
That was brutal.
So mad.
I think you guys are
And
crazy.
It was worse than Rose making DiCaprio drown because her big butt wouldn't get off the
And
door.
I always thought that was number one.
I did too.
You know?
They're both top 5.
I don't understand why you wouldn't have him lay on top of you. I mean, not like in a sexual way, but
No.
just for body heat.
Well, keep warm.
No,
Exactly.
if
They
any-
would have sank, right?
Yeah, that apparently. But
Yeah,
if
with
she would
her,
have
they
just
would've.
Apparently.
if she just would have stayed on
So
the
James
first
Cameron
life raft
says.
and let him fend for himself, he would have been fine.
I don't know if you saw the same Rose I did, but that chick ain't drowning.
Those aren't buoys, said
Yeah.
the Pope. Yeah, that's from Seinfeld. So
This guy says, if Shador never gets drafted, at least see you retired his number. No doubt. That is the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a while. Sydney Sweeney has a hot body, but her eyes look like, I'm not
no.
saying that.
You don't even have
I
to
think
say
I know
it.
where it's going.
Yeah, I
That's
think you
awful.
do. He used the term slow, but I'm not touching it. I ain't getting canceled over Sydney Sweeney. Try again. All right, Philip. How do we feel about the films this weekend before we dive in officially on the entertainment report? Because I think we're all excited about The Accountant 2.
Yeah.
And I think you upgrade here with John Bernthal joining the mix.
Yeah.
He's so good in The Bear.
He was in the first one.
Yeah.
Just a bigger role.
I don't remember.
It's a bigger role.
Yeah, you do.
It's a bigger role.
I haven't seen The Accountant since it first came out, so I don't
Oh, okay.
remember very
Right.
well. I need to see it again probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we're getting into this almost summer movies. Almost. We're going to have a lot of entertaining,
I saw
well-made movies.
I went to see Drop, and the movie
Drop.
sucked. But
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
see
exactly.
I saw 20 good trailers though.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Sinners is the first, I think, really big movie of the year.
Do you
Really,
like it?
Yes, I like it. And I wasn't sure I would reading the synopsis. Ryan Coogler doing 30s blues. And I'm like going, I don't know about this. And it's the old Robert Johnson, devil thing and the mob from Chicago. But it's really well. And I had kind of got off Ryan Coogler because he started making, and there's nothing wrong with these people love these movies, but he started doing the formula kind of, the Black Panthers, the Creeds, the stuff like that, and
what do you mean these people?
Like the
What do you mean,
like
you
the
people?
like
People
the
that
big
like Marvel
box,
movies.
the big
Yeah.
box
What
office
did I say?
films,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not.
Oh, people like those. Everybody likes those
Yeah.
movies.
Yes.
Al
Except
Pacino.
me, and
What do
that's-
you mean, you people?
Yeah, what do you
Ride
mean, you
movies.
people? Everybody but me
Yes.
likes those movies.
Blockbusters.
Yeah. Yes.
Would you compare it to? I'm assuming you've been watching the studio with.
Oh,
several-
yeah.
Would you compare it to his struggle of he wants to create movies
Yes.
and art, but everybody wants the big box movies.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the tension.
Yeah.
The tension is that Hollywood is filled with people who went out there because they love movies and they want to make great movies, and then they get out there and their job is to say no and to maximize revenue. And that's a really, really tough place for those people to be. And but the studio is really funny too. I really like
it's
it.
so
yeah.
funny. It's-
Yeah.
There is sometimes a fine line between business and creativity. We walk it
Yeah.
in radio occasionally as well, but sometimes there's a crevasse as well.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're at that one down.
go to Philip's house.
Yeah.
It's what
Crevasse.
Martin Scorsese said about the Marvel movies. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the amusement ride movies.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they are.
Speaking of, how do you feel about the latest offering? Thunderbolts, is that what it's called?
Oh, it's coming up.
Have you seen anything on that?
I've only seen previews, and I hear it's good, which is doesn't look good to me. But I hear from people I trust that it is actually really
What
good.
is Philip Martin anticipating?
Oh, I anticipate it to be the same thing.
No, are we anticipating that
Oh
you're
God!
looking
Don't
forward
ask
to?
me that. I don't know.
Why
I don't
would
have.
you?
I haven't got a list of stuff that's coming out.
Well,
in
I
front
should
of
have
me.
written. I should have written down all the trailers I saw the other day because I was
Yeah.
like, do you ever do this with your significant other when you're at a film and the trailer goes and you're like, we look at each other like, Netflix.
That sounds good.
You're like, you got Netflix, and then you're like,
Netflix.
no, I'd go see that. And then you're like, never ever.
Yeah.
Well, I had to do some show prep. I'm sorry. I mean, but
That's
I did.
okay.
Yeah.
We're just happy to have you.
How important is timing when you release your movies? Because I would assume Sinners
Very.
is going to get nominated for some stuff.
Yeah.
But did they release it too far away from Oscar voting?
What,
Well, people, you know what I mean?
one of the greatest, absolutely greatest Christmas movies of all time, Danny Boyle's Millions, was released in March, and they killed it. I mean, Disney killed it. I don't know if they did it on purpose or if they're just that stupid, but they released it in March when nobody had any expectations for it, and when and then it comes out and it's like, oh, this is really good, but it just didn't have anything behind it. And by the time, the award season came around, people had forgotten about it. It wasn't that memorable. I mean, you can get something like, Get Out was also released that time, around March, and it held on. But yeah, it's and there's a certain, there's a rhythm to the movie year. Like the movies that come out between January and, April, the end of April, are generally movies that don't have a whole lot of. They don't have a lot of confidence in them.
Yeah.
And then the ones that start coming out now and through the summer are ones they expect to be blocked. And then there's another lull in late September and October. That's when they start releasing all the cheap horror movies. And then you get into what some people think is a tedious, prestige movie season, after the Toronto Film Festival, and everything starts coming out. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
Of late, it's becoming Death, Taxes, and Jack Quaid in movies.
Yeah.
It seems like he is in every single movie in some capacity.
Yeah.
There is and it looks like, I assume it's an independent film because it says it's a limited release. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's called Neighborhood Watch.
Yes.
I watched the trailer this morning. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is the other guy that's kind of the co-lead in it. And it's a story of a guy who's got a history of mental illness who sees a woman get kidnapped and tries to tell people and basically gets shunned. And he basically enlists a neighbor of his who's a former cop or some kind of law enforcement guy, and they try to track it down. The trailer looked amazing.
Yeah.
I think it looks really good. I'm assuming if anybody's got it, Riverdale will have it, but I haven't looked for it.
You know what my favorite thing about Jeffrey Dean Morgan is?
What's that?
He was with that chick in Weeds.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked her.
Oh,
The
yeah.
main one?
You really liked her.
I loved her.
Yeah, she played that role so
What's her
good.
name?
She
I can't
was
think
so.
of her name.
What is her name?
I can't think of it right now.
3 names?
She's 3 names.
Yeah,
I can't
she's-
remember it though.
I have Alzheimer's.
It's okay.
She was good. What a good series. I like that.
I never
Mary
really.
Louise Parker.
There it is.
There you
Mary
go,
Louise Parker.
Parker.
Thank you.
Yeah, well,
She's
my
so
moments
good.
of clarity are she had 3 names, so I'm not
You
much
got
help.
that right.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
the first thing today.
Good job.
Report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Pigskin, here's another one for you. Walter Goggins and Scarlett Johansson will host the final 2 shows of the SNL season. He will host May 10th. I know you love him.
Goggins.
Scarlett will be on May 17th, the season finale. Let me see if it says anything about music. Johansson will be joined by Bad Bunny as musical guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll probably be on Weekend Update with her husband, too.
I'd rather hear her sing. And then
I agree.
He will be joined by Arcade Fire.
Okay.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still together.
You know, Goggins used to spend a lot of time here. You know, he used to hang out here.
No?
Here?
He's
Yeah,
he was Southerner.
He was business partners with Ray McKinnon.
Ah.
Yeah, Jenny Mule Music and or Jenny Mule Productions.
Okay.
And he used to come here all the time.
Interesting.
Goggins is a genius. I love his acting.
I threw this out to the guys of the day. I didn't expect them to know it. Do you guys know the band Not a Surf?
Yeah.
Yes.
They were just here.
Yes, they were here last night.
They were here?
2 nights ago, they were Stickies.
It was last night.
I've seen them
2 nights
twice
ago.
in concert.
Yeah. Well,
they were
here.
They were great.
Paul Thorne was here last night. You know Paul Thorne?
Yeah, I know the name.
Yeah, he's great.
Their
He's
song,
great.
Inside of Love.
Yeah,
is
Not a
brilliant.
Surf is good too.
It's just brilliant.
It was
What
a great show.
Great song. You saw them?
Yeah, they were here.
Well, thanks for
great.
calling me.
I didn't know you were a fan.
I was watching the NBA draft.
Entertainersguide.com. Entertainersguide. You weren't watching the draft just 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
I know the lead singer's named Matthew Caws.
Yeah.
C-A-W-S.
Yeah.
I've corresponded to him.
Okay.
Obviously, he didn't tell me he was in town, so
Well,
No,
yeah.
I didn't. You know,
I love that.
Patterson
band.
Hood's
Where
here next
they-
week.
What?
Patterson Hood from Drive By Truckers?
Yeah, he's here next week.
Have you seen them?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
As a Midwestern
The
boy,
best
Drive By
American
Truckers I've
band.
seen.
as a
Yes.
Midwestern boy
After
who
Tom
lives
Petty
in
and
the
the Heartbreakers,
South,
this is the best American
you need
band.
to listen to Patterson Hood. His takes on culture are
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Of course,
Paul
he's
Thorne
doing
is
his
a-
solo stuff here, so it may be a little different.
A little bird just told me Paul Thorne's Rev Room tonight.
Is it tonight?
Tonight. Change your
Uh-oh.
plans.
I hope Karen's not listening because we may have to go.
I'm going to Hadestown, or I would go.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll catch the second half.
Yeah,
of it.
but we have somebody else to go. I thought it was last night because we were like playing him.
Well,
you
I know somebody who would know, like
Yeah.
maybe an owner of the club.
somebody who would
Says Rev
So,
Room tonight.
He's tonight. Well, there you go. I helped him out.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm glad
like
you
he
brought it up.
needs that.
Listen, that's the whole morning show stick. Say it wrong, and somebody will correct you, and then they get the right information. Pete Davidson did something wrong, and he's been corrected by himself. He says he has spent money on tattoo removals a lot lately. $200,000. And I'm like, how much did you pay to put them on?
God.
He says I'm like 30% done, so like it's going to suck. And I'm thinking, I've seen some of the women you've been out with.
Ugh.
I don't think I'd change a thing.
They seem to like him.
They certainly do.
There you go.
You had me at Kate Beckinsale.
God. You could buy a tight end for that.
Yeah.
$200,000.
Literally and figuratively, Philip. That's right.
Hello! Pigskin, edgy jokes on a Friday.
I'm sorry.
You can't make that joke on Sunday.
Yeah.
EA Sports revealed Thursday that College Football 26 will be released July 10th. The wait is almost over. You know, a few months. And they're going to do a bundle. There's an MVP bundle where you can buy EA Sports and you can get Madden 26 as well in one fell swoop. So, man, when they brought the college game back, I wore Maddox out for about 2 games, and then he destroyed me every other time. The kid from Oregon threw 5 interceptions in a game. I'm like, this is not realistic.
No.
No matter how bad I'm at playing the game, that's dumb.
Michigan had a quarterback that threw 7 interceptions in a game one time at Michigan State, and we lost 17-11. We lost by 6 points, throwing 7
That's
interceptions.
amazing.
What
Great
year
defense.
was that?
1987. I'm
So,
not
so that
over
was
it
like
yet.
half his attempts.
Yes.
I threw 5 interceptions in my last game as a starting quarterback.
Oh, that's a bad way to go out.
Was.
How many more games did you have after
Did
that?
you cry?
like, where you weren't a quarterback?
No.
You didn't cry?
No.
After the fourth one?
I might
No.
have.
I couldn't come up with a good way to end it, so I just kept keeping on, you know?
Oh, they probably weren't all on you.
No, they were. It was mostly me trying to throw it away because my offensive line was worse than Shedeur Sanders last year.
Yeah.
And I could have run, but I didn't.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Really bad. Not proud of it.
What was your snap count like? Your cadence? Oh, that was it?
I don't remember. No, we had it. We like green 22 or whatever.
Let me
And then
hear
like
it.
we had it. I don't remember. I was in 8th grade, DJ. It was a long time ago. I know it was like 3 years ago for you, but for me it was a long time ago. It was a lifetime
DJ,
ago.
this was only flag football in college, but I was quarterback, and I'll tell you mine.
Yeah.
Down, set, hut, every time.
Every time?
Until the second half when we needed a first down, and
Time
I'd vary it.
slipping.
They'd always jump.
Nice.
Okay.
Every
There you
single
go.
time.
There you go.
El Guapo says that Paul Thorne fought Roberto Duran. Is that true?
I think it is. He was a boxer. I know that.
That is incredible.
He was a pretty high-level boxer, yeah.
They said, you want to keep boxing or you want to sing? He said, no mas.
No mas.
So
right.
Hands of stone.
Okay. Well, thanks for the clarification. We may do a little double feature tonight. Boy, do I tell him?
Yes.
All right. It has come to my attention that there is free mulch available tomorrow from the city of Little Rock.
All right.
Do your Facebook search. It's a Pulaski County thing. It's being distributed in Little Rock. You just show up, apparently, and they just give you as much mulch as you want.
Nice.
Wow.
I mean, mulch is kind of pricey. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
Your
So-
tax dollars coming back to you.
Well, they had to do something with the trees that fell down during the storms, I guess.
Exactly.
But I appreciate them doing that. That's a nice service.
It is.
That's it. Yes. For all the years I paid for public school while my kids were going to private school, it's all coming back around now for me.
If they'd give you 18 million cubic tons of mulch, you would be even.
DJ and I are both looking for reparations. He wants his NIL money now, and I want my private school vouchers.
Got to get that back.
Well, I don't think either one of us are going to get $1,
there
actually.
was something else we were talking about yesterday.
I don't know.
About getting it back.
I don't know.
Oh, it's going to drive me nuts.
You know what's funny about these vouchers,
Yeah.
okay? All they do is just raise tuition. You're not going to get like
Right.
I get half of the tuition for Maddox. No, you don't. They're just going to raise it $7,000.
Well, they maybe
more.
will,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
if I had been eligible this year,
Oh, it would have been nice.
it would have been phenomenal.
It would have been.
But it's over.
But you'd have taken that $7,000 and just gone to Mexico 4 times. I know you.
Yeah, it's my money to do
Yeah.
with as I please.
Okay, but I'm just saying that's what you would have done.
Sure. Or I would have maybe put some, extra
DJ,
in like a Roth IRA.
We're going to get a GoFundMe campaign for Justin's next vacation.
Okay.
I'm going to organize
I'm
it.
doing fine.
You did good.
I'm a good vacation shopper.
Yeah, we had somebody on as a travel agent today.
You did?
I was thinking you could probably be a good travel
100%.
agent. Yeah.
Oh, he
Be a travel agent.
knows how
Yeah.
to organize things.
Yeah.
He does.
How do they make you pay somebody to organize your trip? Is that how that works?
A lot of people do.
Okay. Do they save you money?
Yeah, they get
can.
discounts on the
Oh,
travel.
yeah.
agents.
Discounts,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Has all that
Yeah.
stuff.
They
so
get
essentially,
kickbacks.
so you could essentially pay the same cost, but have someone do it for you to take that element out and just pay them the difference.
It's like when we work with a client, right? So
Yeah.
we have a client that we work with directly.
Yeah.
And then there's also clients that have agencies that we work with. So they're getting a cut.
Got you.
See how that goes?
Of all the places we've gone, my wife organizes these trips better than tour guides. I've never
Really?
seen it. She will
locked in, huh?
She'll spend months and months and
Okay.
months reading,
Yeah.
studying, researching.
But there are some places where it's just good to hire a tour. Like if you're going to go to the Vatican, it's probably good to just hire a
it's
tour
good.
company.
You need an in.
We
with
walked
these
by-
We're in a
places.
group there.
When I went with UCA, we walked by probably 350 people that were standing in line. It's like, oh, we'll be up
Yeah.
here. We were with a tour group.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right to the front.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
that helps.
I actually spent 15 minutes with the Pope. It was amazing.
So really?
No.
Oh. I didn't know.
I bet they could have got it done if I would have
Well,
asked. Obviously, I could spend as much time with him as I
Do
want
travel
now, but
agents make good? I'm assuming they make good money, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Rick Steves became a multimillionaire doing it.
Yeah, I think they do.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's at least one person from almost every industry that is making a ton of money.
But
Jim Rome is rich
it,
too.
it is
We got
it is a
Joel
dying
Osteen, preachers
industry.
There
I
you go.
mean,
a lot of you guys.
Well, Claire,
not me.
Claire's getting married, and she was talking about how she's looking for a wedding planner, just knock everything out for her. There's one in Little Rock. They said, yeah, we start at $12,000.
Uh-huh.
I said,
grief.
Wow.
for a wedding planner?
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah.
that
To
stuff
tell
costs?
you to stand here, you stand
Yeah,
here,
I'm not
and you
doing that.
speak up.
There's
That-
more
that's-
than it depends what you want them to do. If you want them
Yeah.
to lay out your whole reception like the one we went
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
recently, it just depends how big the role is. Like I paid mine not very much, but all she had to do was help organize basically the wedding. Like to your point,
I felt like
stand
you'd
there,
be
stand
good
there.
at that.
Yeah, weddings are different though. I wouldn't
Okay.
deal with that.
Okay.
That's too much. Now you want me to plan your honeymoon? I'll help you on that.
Different ball game?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got roped into doing an outdoor wedding next month.
Did you do a Double B's ad about this?
yeah.
Yeah, I
What are
hate
you gonna-
outdoor weddings.
what are you
I told her, I said, if it rains, I'm leaving, and you're on your own.
Right.
I'm not standing in the
That'll
rain
cut into your tip.
with a microphone.
Well,
Okay.
it'll probably, it'll heat up by then.
You
too,
should
right?
make a list.
I made a comment last week on Morning Mayhem at Roller Chenal about dim-witted women who have outdoor weddings, and Leslie
Big risk.
Leslie Rutledge said, You don't consider me dim-witted? I said, no, you get a pass. You're my neighbor, and you're doing a good job. Did you get married inside? She said, yeah. Okay. I said, I rest my case.
I have officiated 2 weddings. They were both outside. One was on the surface of the sun in Mexico.
There you go.
But as soon as we got done, we were drinking tequila and having a blast, so I didn't care. Yeah. The second one was in Napa Valley, and the weather could not have been more perfect.
In California, it's the same every day. You can't do that in Arkansas.
You should make that a rule. I only do outside weddings in Napa.
I'm now on Santa Barbara.
Sold.
We're going to California
Santa Barbara,
right now.
Yep. That's a good deal. All right, let's do birthdays. What do you want to do today, Christian?
We got Shinedown tickets still.
That is wild. We have a lot of Shinedown tickets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, that's great. I like it.
What was their song?
Second Chance.
There you go. I knew I heard something by then.
Let's go. 661-1037.
Birthday trivia in the zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
Adele.
My eyes are open.
Oh, this is Shinedown.
Oh, is it? Yes. Sound like Adele.
You sound like Adele. All right, Charlie, you're with DJ. John, you're with the great Philip Martin. Brandon, you're with the Wizard. And Jerry, you got the pigskin. I like this song. I've heard this. All right, audio clue. Once you blurt, please zip it because I like this clip. Thank you.
I've been around, you know.
Pacino.
There was a time I could see, and I have seen, boys like these, younger than these, their arms torn out, their legs ripped off. But there is nothing like the sight of an amputated spirit. There is no prosthetic for that.
Whoa.
Preach it, Al.
That sounds like Will Ferrell's character in Eastbound and Down.
I just read
Does it
Pacino's
not?
autobiography a couple months ago. It's pretty good.
Just like him.
Mr. Sims, I will give you one final opportunity to speak on. Mr. Sims doesn't want it. He doesn't need to be labeled still worthy of being a bad man. What the hell is that? What is your motto here? Boys, inform on your classmates.
Yes.
Save your hide. Anything short of that, we're going to burn you at the stake?
It's not a good motto.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Pacino, 87.
Pacino, 87. No. Philip's going deep in the way back.
88.
No.
83.
No.
85.
Bingo bango.
Wow.
Told you I read his book.
Okay.
This woman has been in one very famous movie with Al Pacino and another with Sylvester Stallone.
Connie Nielsen. Brigitte Nielsen.
Brigitte Nielsen.
Rocky and The Godfather.
Talia Shire.
Talia Shire.
Yes. Oh, it's Talia Shire today. Rocky's wife and Al's...
It's me?
Al's sister, yep.
It's on me, right?
Yeah.
74.
No, Christian.
Talia Shire is 72.
Philip seems very put out that he didn't get that right.
Yeah.
78.
No.
Doing math.
81.
That was your big mistake there, big guy.
Yeah.
79, pigskin again. It's 5-zip.
Right.
You jamokes need to wake up over there. This woman is an actress. At least she used to
Jane
be.
Fonda.
She,
Mary
trying to think
Pickford.
of this line in this movie. It doesn't matter. Anyway, she was in Jerry Maguire.
Renee Zellweger.
That's right. Whatever happened to her?
What was the line?
She looks like
you
she just
complete
ate a lemon.
She got a bad face job.
me.
Yeah.
One
She
day,
did.
yeah, she got a bad face job. But she's been making her way back.
She was in Bridget Jones movies.
She was
she's
great
been-
in Bridget
She made
Jones.
another one. She made another Bridget Jones movie recently.
She is 54.
57.
56.
Bingo bango, DJ. Welcome to the game.
Man.
All right.
This guy's an actor, and he's a voice actor also, very successful
Hank
one.
Azaria.
Mark Hamill.
Correct.
Oh,
Philip.
Azaria is
Good
a
get.
legend.
Who?
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria.
Who's the voice?
Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
And a bunch of other stuff.
He's going around the country doing a Bruce Springsteen show as Bruce Springsteen right now.
I would go
a
see
3-hour show.
I will go see
and
that.
apparently he's just got it down.
I'd rather see that than actual Bruce.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna let us put what's my Batman voice guy's name? Christian?
Val Kilmer.
Will Arnett.
What was that?
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
The
He,
Lego
he
guy.
wasn't going to let us. No.
It doesn't matter who it was.
The original
because
cartoon.
It doesn't make any difference because it's a voice actor.
Kevin
That's
Conroy.
not the same as acting. we
Kevin
were talking about
Conroy.
greatest actors, and he's like, "What about this guy?" I'm like, "He's like, yeah, voice actor." I'm like,
Yeah.
"No,
He said best Batman.
Kevin, what's his name?
Conroy.
no,
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conway.
stop
yeah.
it."
That would mean Mel Blanc
Hank
as
Azaria
Laurence
is
Olivier.
in
so
actual movies too, though.
They only
Oh,
give us
yeah.
3 hours a day.
59.
No,
Who is this again? Oh,
exactly. You don't know. Go ahead.
62.
No,
61 actually.
bingo bango. It's a great vote.
Wow, big fan.
This guy is one of the all-time great basketball players. Power forward. Went to Wake
Charles
Forest.
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
The
Wake
big
Forest.
fundamental.
How old is he?
What a dumb nickname.
Tim Duncan is y'all are the same age?
Timmy.
50.
No,
54.
no,
48,
no.
47.
49.
Only 49.
C-Dub.
Wow.
98 draft.
That's
Well,
I said
he looked
50.
40 when he was
Oh,
20.
did you?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
no
true.
point. No point. No point. Sorry, Chris. I tried to give you one. Last but not least, this guy was, in his junior year, 52 yards away from 2,000. In his senior
Troy
year.
Davis.
No, he hit 2,000 twice.
Moneyball.
In his senior year, he was 36 yards away
Ron
from
Dane.
2,000. I'm like, if I was you, I would be very upset right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, Ron Dane.
He is an Arkansan who played in
D'Angelo
Memphis.
Williams.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
He went for 1948, 1964. I'm like, I
Wow.
would be furious.
How did the Razorbacks miss on him?
He was
They
so
didn't.
good.
They offered him. He chose to go elsewhere.
No way.
He's from West Memphis, isn't he?
He
Or
sure
Dallas
is.
Or something?
Probably,
Yeah, West
probably had a
Memphis.
bag involved. Oh, just saying.
That the story on him is that he faxed in to Arkansas like I'm not coming or I'm out or whatever it was. That's the story. I don't know if it's true. It may be like the
Yeah.
Scantron with
He was
Ryan
a-
Mallett.
He was a good NFL back too.
So
Very
who-
solid.
Yeah.
Who did we end up with instead of him? Was that Cedric's time?
Cedric Houston.
Cedric Cobbs?
Cedric Cobbs.
Cedric Houston was a
I think T-Mac
contemporary.
would have been like right after.
It was at well
Fred
after I
Talley.
think, a little bit.
Okay.
Fred Talley might have been there then.
I like Fred.
Well, we'll find out. Let's find out how old he is, and then you guys can figure it out. How old is D'Angelo Williams today?
41?
No.
42.
Yes, he is. Christian, that gives you 5 points. That means you and the pigskin are tied.
Wow.
Oh.
We'll come back.
Okay.
Okay, see Thunder.
All right,
That's
so here we go
half.
for the most random ever. All right, I'll give you guys one. As a senior, he rushed for a single-season record and had 34 touchdowns.
Ron Dane.
No, this,
Damian Thompson.
this is still D'Angelo Williams.
Oh.
No.
We're doing a tiebreaker
I thought
between
you
the
had
two.
another one. Okay.
He had a really good run in the playoffs, leading his team to a state title. He had 6 touchdowns against Greenwood in a semifinal. How many yards did he rush for against Greenwood? This is a 4A game. Think how far Greenwood has
He was
come
at
since then.
Osceola, right?
No, he was at
No,
West
it was
Memphis.
Oh, West Memphis. Okay. How many yards?
How many yards in the game against Greenwood where he had, this is a complete random guess, but I got to
6
do something.
touchdowns?
6 touchdowns, yes.
He had 284.
284 is the guess.
231.
He had 302
Oh, my
yards.
goodness.
Wow.
He was pretty good.
You know, now I feel like the Memphis Grizzlies. I just blew a 29-point lead. Thanks, Christian.
He was a first-team All-American in 05. He led the NFL in rushing touchdowns 2 different times.
He was a good back.
Really good back. Anyway, happy birthday to D'Angelo Williams, the great one. Nice comeback, Christian. Enjoy it, Brandon. And we will hit a break and come back. DJ, you know where I wish I was?
Oaklawn.
Yeah.
Having a good time. Always fun over there at Oaklawn. So many things to be a part of as far as betting is concerned. Get the Oaklawn Sports Betting app. So the other day I kind of got bored and been looking at overseas table tennis. They got many things. I'm serious. All right, it was late
You're
night.
a psychopath.
See what's going on.
Yeah.
I was locked in on it, though, but they got so many different
Fencing is
options over that Oaklawn Sports Betting app. One of Justin's favorite, even F1. So go check it out there. But, yeah, playoffs are going on as well. You just heard Zack Gillham talk about all the things. But most importantly, man, I love Hot Springs. Everything about it, a very historic place, so much history. And so it's almost too much to take in one day, so you might as well make it a trip. And what better place than to stay at Oaklawn's Resort? I mean, they got beautiful, beautiful rooms that overlook that racetrack. They got ponies racing. You can even look at those from your own bedroom as well. And food, Clown Town, as Justin would say. Get you a sea bass from the Bugler. Trust me, you won't regret that at all. So many options. They got the Oak Room as well. So please head on out to Oaklawn and enjoy a good time. It's not just about the bedding, but all about relaxation as well. Get a massage at the Astral Spa, rated by Forbes. Visit and book a reservation at oaklawn.com.
Point of correction here. Thank you very much to a few people who sent in D3 Auto Sales text line. He went to Wynn High School, not West Memphis.
I thought he went to West Memphis.
I was thinking of Darius Howard, who went to West Memphis.
Who was the cat from Osceola?
No.
Yes. Wasn't
it Jonathan Adams that went to Osceola? Really good. Set
I'm pretty
records.
sure he went to West. Is he from West Memphis and went to Wynn?
Who?
I think
D'Angelo
D'Angelo
Williams?
Williams is from West Memphis.
Okay.
Well, he played at Wynn apparently, and I'd misremembered that. But
Okay.
but Darius Howard was the West Memphis guy I was thinking of.
The other running back.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, he was good too. He was around Darren's year.
Yes,
he was Darren's
He was there
year.
right. He was before. He was a year older, I think, or two.
Yeah.
We've had him on the show before and talked about it when they came to campus. I think he was a year ahead or 2 years ahead.
Okay.
But he had a nice little
he had a
run
good
there.
run, too.
It was a good run. Well, and then you also had the kid from who's the kid that went to Tennessee from Arkansas that was really good?
Cobb?
Slick Shelley?
No, running back.
Houston.
Cedric Houston. Yeah.
Okay. I know.
There were a lot of good running backs in there.
Well, what's the running back again? West Memphis that we just.
Darius Howard?
Yeah. Didn't West Memphis go to the state championship 4 years in a row?
Oh, several times. Yeah.
I don't know about
They
that.
couldn't, and they couldn't pull it
got
off.
beat most of the
like by
time.
Central and Springdale.
I don't know if they won one. That was where when Billy Elmore was over there.
Lanny Dawkes was the coach over there. When Bernie Cox was
Dawkes was over there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And then Billy Elmore, I think, was the coach there for a while. And
They
went
couldn't
to
get over that
Stuttgart.
hump. They were like the Bills.
It's hard winning a championship, DJ.
Tough, man. We won it at CAC. Jesse
Well,
Gates.
It's hard for most people. Were you guys 4A?
No, we were 3A when we won.
All right. Well, we probably screwed up most all that, but it's fun to go on the Wayback Machine, even if you misremember things. It's okay.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
This is Sports Center.
Round 1 of the NFL Draft was last night, and Cam Ward went to the Titans #1 overall as expected, but the surprise of the night came at pick 2 as the Jaguars traded up from 5 with the Browns to select Colorado cornerback and wide receiver Travis Hunter. They traded pick number 5, a second-round pick, and a fourth-round pick in the 2025 draft, as well as their first-round pick in 2026 to land them. 2 quarterbacks did go in the first round, just not the 2 many expected, as the Giants traded up to grab Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart at pick 25, which left Colorado quarterback Shadur Sanders falling out of the first round. Rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL Draft will be tonight. Coverage will start at 6 o'clock. And Arkansas baseball starts their 3-game road series against Florida tonight. First pitch is set for 5:30. Radio coverage can be heard on The Buzz. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs. Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. Bass tournaments and some of the best fishing spots in the state. It's Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings with Big Sarge and his crew. Fishing Arkansas is presented by Shelter Agent Jamie Marsh, Stanley Hardware, Petra's Farm and Grill. Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings on 103.7 The Buzz.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Hey, you want to know what really happened here in Hot Springs? I'm not talking, but there's a guy at 510 Central Avenue in Hot Springs, a wise guy. He'll tell you all you need to know, but not enough to get you whacked. Your hope. The Gangster Museum of America. TGMOA.com.
Experience the rich history of America's first resort at the Gangster Museum of America and the Hattery. Check out the Gangster Museum of America, 510 Central Avenue, 501-318-1717, or visit us at TGMOA.com.
Yep, that's the sounds of all my friends and another great deck party of mine. And what do you not hear? That's right, no mosquitoes. That's because Sanders Ground Essential provides me with a monthly mosquito barrier spray. Call them at 315-9395 or on the web at sandersground.com.
Allison Krauss and Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas. Arcadia 2025 Tour. May 12th, First Security Amphitheater. With special guest Willie Watson. Get tickets now at AllisonKrauss.com. Don't miss Allison Krauss and Union Station featuring Jerry Douglas live.
At Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're making your next vehicle more affordable than ever. We're paying the sales tax on every Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each one passes a 172-point inspection and comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind at no extra cost. And don't wait on our remaining 2024 models, including Silverados and Tahoes, starting at just $57,990. When the lot clears, the savings disappear. Come see us at Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Jim's Razorback Pizza is the place to visit when craving some delicious, authentic pizza. They're known for amazing thin crust pies and the best Detroit-style deep dish pizza in town. You can also order freshly baked pasta or wings, along with specialty baked sandwiches, fries, and signature salads. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, they'll save you a seat at Jim's Razorback Pizza in Little Rock and Morgan Maumelle.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, if it doesn't involve fast horses, daily doubles, high fives, and corned beef sandwiches, you may be doing it wrong. Every weekend through May 3rd, Oaklawn has live thoroughbred racing. Whether your Oaklawn is cheering from the home stretch, dining in the Bugler restaurant, or raising a glass at the First Turn bar, your race day is whatever you want it to be. Make reservations today at Oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Justin Acri with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West, getting you ready for spring. And Laura Beth, let's start with some of the outside options that Kaufman by Design West provides for folks who are trying to spruce up their homes this time of the year.
We carry a large selection of in-stock steel products, which include leaf blowers, weed eaters, and lawnmowers.
As far as sprucing up the house for spring cleaning, you have a lot of other options there as well.
We have storage totes, power washers, flower bed tools, planters, fertilizers, all your lawn care needs.
It's Kaufman by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantor Road, Monday through Saturday, online at kaufmanlumber.com.
It's the Founders Day sale at Bradford Marine and ATV, honoring the legacy of our founder, Knox Bradford, offering discounts on boats like the Tracker Pro Team 175 with 75 horsepower Mercury outboard and $500 in savings or a $750 Bass Pro gift card. Or get the Sun Tracker Bass Buggy 18 with 75 horsepower Mercury with $400 in savings or a $500 Bass Pro gift card. Join us as we salute our founder at the Founders Day sale through Monday at all Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. Your authorized Tracker dealer.
Sell, sell, sell.
Welcome back in the zone. Did we say something dumb? Well, let us know by texting our D3 Auto Sales text line or messaging us on our Whit Davis Lumber Plus Live fan feedback. Now, back to the show.
If you have not had lunch yet and you're looking for a place to go, might I suggest our friends at Cash in downtown Little Rock. And this is great patio weather. You're not going to find a better one in downtown. It's fantastic. Overlooking the river market, you can sit up there like Mussolini, Pigskin. I know the way you like to do it. So you get up there, you get yourself a cocktail, you maybe have a little appetizer, maybe take your special someone out to Din Din tonight. It's going to turn out to be a really good day. I think this rain is going to maybe miss us. But great place to go, spend the weekend. And, of course, it's Fried Chicken Friday, so if you're looking for a really hearty lunch special, that is the place to be today. It's also a great place to have a special event, 501-850-0265. And even any old run-of-the-mill average event would become special. Take it over to Cash. They're on the website, too. CashLittleRock.com. You can find out more information there. You can also, of course, make your reservations online. CashLittleRock.com, CACHE, .com. Good pizzas, sandwiches, wraps. You like lighter options, they've got you. You want a little more substantial option, they got you covered on that as well. We're going to do the rewind here momentarily and wrap up the show today on this fine Friday. But let me get Stan from Little Rock in under the gun. What's up, Stan? I'm just probably the latest
Justin,
call
my man. How you doing, brother?
we've ever gotten. What's up, Stan?
Been a long time, man. How you
Not
doing,
long
DJ?
enough.
What's up, Stan?
Hey,
Glad to hear
hey,
from
DJ.
you. Yeah, what's going
DJ.
on?
Hey, man, DJ. When I grow up, I want to be just like you, DJ. You know the man I know go from TV to radio. You the baddest man I know.
We'll see how long that lasts. I'm working on it, though. It's tough.
It's really not that hard. I got to be honest.
Hey, DJ, you my role model.
Hey, I'll take it, Stan. You're mine.
Hey, man, look here, guys. I was just calling for some. Hey, man, do y'all know what the great running back? I want to know what the great running back Fred Taylor doing now. Y'all know anything about it? What he doing now? If y'all possibly can, get him on the show where y'all talk to him.
If I can find him, I'd love to. He's a hard guy to run down, Stan. If you watched him play, he's a hard guy to get a hold of.
Yeah, so maybe somebody can call in and tell us where he at or what he's doing now or something.
Stan,
man.
I think that's a great point. That'd be a good Where Are They Now segment. I like that. Thank you, Stan.
Right. Anyway, man, that's all I want to say. Y'all have a good weekend, brother.
Appreciate it. We need to find D'Angelo Williams while we're at it.
When did Fred Talley play?
He's
Late
been
90s,
done.
early 2000s?
Yeah.
Early, so that was before I moved to Arkansas.
Early 2000s. It was not late 90s, I don't think. It was well into, because Houston got there 98.
Okay, last time I saw Fred Talley was at my pro day in college. And we're, lining up to work out and run the 40s. I'm like, who's this guy? I had no idea what he looked like, And so he got up there. They said, he used to play for Arkansas.
Yeah,
I was
did.
like, when?
He's a little dude, isn't he?
Yeah.
He went for 2 bills against Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
well,
bad man.
he went up there, ran the 40, went through a whole workout. He was trying to get back to the league.
Wow.
He ran a, what was that, 4.9?
Ooh.
That's bad.
Yeah. I mean, he would have been far out by then.
Wow.
2010.
That ways.
That would have been like 8 years out of college, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the years aren't kind. We went through that earlier today,
Now it's time to look back. It's the best interview and show moments of the week. It's the Zone Rewind.
Well, Paul Skeens has a lot to be excited about. He's got a very high-profile girlfriend, I'll say it that way. He has a lot of money as a young pitching star.
All guaranteed.
But I don't know what moves the needle for him, but I know what doesn't. Bobbleheads.
Congratulations on your 200th strikeout as well. I know you don't talk about yourself a ton, but an accomplishment like that, what does that mean?
I appreciate it. Hopefully there are a whole lot more to get.
I know you're busy preparing for a start before the game, but did you happen to see the lines of people waiting to get in here to get your bobblehead? They reached across the bridge and into downtown.
I didn't. Yeah, I saw the full stadium. That was cool. But I didn't see all that.
What's it mean when you just hear it now that people were waiting in lines that were, again, across an entire bridge, across an entire river to come see you play?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Wish we would have gotten them a win.
Did you get a look at the bobblehead?
Yeah, I saw it a while ago. It's a bobblehead.
Is it close? Does it look like you?
I don't know. It's a bobblehead. It's not my thing.
Phil, would you look to your left, please? How many bobbleheads are in that window right there? Not exactly, but just ballpark me.
Yeah.
About 10?
Yeah, 10, 11.
Do they all look exactly the same?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
No, you're supposed to say no.
Come on, play along.
No, they look pretty.
Does the former head coach of the Twisters look exactly
No.
like the basketball player to his left?
I would say Mystic.
that's the same guy. Okay.
Mystic Dan looks a lot different.
Lou Holtz just looks like Kareem Reed.
Yeah.
No, they look different. You're right. You're right.
Bobbleheads look different.
But they don't look like the people they're supposed to look like.
No, that may be, but they also like
Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher does not look like.
Apparently I look
Kareem
like
Reed.
Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher.
It looks like a little kid, like
That's
a
like
4-year-old
Derek
kid.
Fisher's, Derek Fisher's 6-year-old.
Look at Mark the Magician. Can you tell him and Kareem Reed apart? Jiminy Christmas.
Kind of.
Anyway, just say yes. I get it.
I got it.
Paul Skeens, get your head out of your. Anyway, speaking of taking your head out of your behind, how about Nico Harrison? It's about time, buddy.
Luka comes back to town, the Lakers game's happening, and you're standing there, and there's thousands of people chanting for you to be fired. That's an experience that none of us, no one's chanting for for us to lose our jobs. Why shouldn't you be fired?
Well, one, I think I've done a really good job here.
and I don't think I can be judged by the injuries this year. You have to judge from totality, from beginning to end. And so I think I have a really good working relationship with Patrick.
Nico Harrison called a press conference to defend his decision to move Luka along.
Dad.
When he didn't have to.
No, shouldn't have.
No, I think ownership forced him.
It is so dumb. There is no upside there. Charles Barkley, luckily, doesn't have to answer to ownership or anybody else. He just roasts who he wants.
Is that my camera right there?
Okay, uh-oh.
Listen, man, I consider you a friend of mine, Nico Harrison. I consider you a friend of mine. I wish you nothing but the best. I thought you did a good job last year with the Mavs, and obviously whatever happened this year didn't work out. Man, don't do no more press conferences. Like, I don't even know what you're doing. I really don't. Like, I got sympathy and love for you, but I have zero idea what you're trying to do. This war is over, brother. You got to taking the L. I hope you keep your job. I hope that team get healthy. But, man, don't do any more interviews. Please don't.
Absolutely. Last thing here, the draft continues today. Jordan Wicks, who is a professional pitcher, a Conway native, a Kansas State graduate, is also a budding general manager when it comes to pro football, apparently. He had some thoughts on what the Cowboys should do. I will tell you this. I texted him last night, and he said he was pleased with the pick.
The main thing I'm worried about is if the Cowboys draft a running back in the first round, I'm gonna absolutely lose my mind.
You don't want Amarion Hampton?
No.
Okay.
If we draft Amarion Hampton, you won't hear from me.
Who do you want? Do you want Teteroa McMillan? Like, who do you want for the Cowboys?
I mean, McMillan I'd be more okay with. The boys need here's the problem with the Cowboys. The Cowboys were really good when you had Tyron Smith at left tackle, Zack Martin at right guard, and you had Travis Frederick at center. All three of those guys are gone now. Tyler Smith, really good left guard. Cooper Beebe's good at center. The problem is you have a right tackle playing left tackle, and you have a right guard playing right tackle. So if you draft a left tackle, you can fix all three of those positions.
Smart.
So in my opinion, I want to go offensive tackle. I either want to go offensive tackle or defensive end because you gotta replace DeMarcus Lawrence, and I don't really know who they have to do that right now. I really like the Michael Williams guy out of Georgia. I also wouldn't be upset with Jahad Campbell out of Alabama, linebacker, because Lord knows the Cowboys need linebackers.
That was his take. He certainly does. All over it. And for those who missed it, the Cowboys did go guard Tyler Booker. From Alabama. So Wes Moore joining us. I got to talk about our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. By the way, we had James in studio the other day, and he's like, I was like, oh, he tried to take care of you. He's like, yeah, well, out of bounds does a good job. I was like, wow. Shot across the bow. That kind of hurt my feeling. Anyway, Gwatney is helping you out. Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicles, passing 172-point inspection, and they come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile limited warranty, and they're also paying your sales tax on those. So many reasons to take advantage of them. Also remaining 24 Silverados and Tahoes, starting at $57,990. So if you're looking for a bigger SUV, Gwatney's also the answer. And, of course, they always have great deals on Silverados. So go out and see our friends. It is the spring event happening right now. All kinds of savings across the board at Gwatney Chevrolet. Laugh it up there, chucklehead. Get off of the James Street exit. Go see our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. Pigskin and Phillip are like multitasking. You're not helping.
He texted
He's a distractor. He's a
Yes,
distractor.
he is.
That's what he does.
I haven't distracted
Teacher, he's
anybody
passing
today.
notes.
That is so disappointing.
Middle of a segment, he's like, DJ, look at this. I'm like, hello? GwatneyChevrolet.com. Go see our friends. Wes, what's up?
You know, the Cowboys now have 3 Tylers on the offensive line. And they've drafted all 3 in the first round in the last 4 years.
There's a
Tyler
stat.
Smith, Tyler Guyton, and last night Tyler Booker. There is a Tyler Cooper offensive lineman that's available that could go in the 2nd or 3rd round. I think might as well take him.
Get him. All Tylers all the time.
And what's funny is his name's Tyler Cooper, and they already had a Cooper at center, so you could have 4 Tylers and 2 Coopers on the offensive line. We are going to talk a little bit about Oaklawn. Speaking of, I spent the morning down at Oaklawn. One of only probably 6 people in the country that can say, in the world, that can say they spent the morning with a Kentucky Derby winner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mystic Dan in the house?
Yeah. Hung out with him this morning. Got to feed him. Got to walk him. Pretty cool to get to walk the Kentucky Derby winner.
I hope it goes better for him than it did for the Pope with J.D. Vance stopped by.
Dude, don't say that.
I'm just kidding.
Gosh. Now I got that over my head.
No, I'm sure it's fine. Listen, hey, Tusk ate an apple out of my mouth and died 2 days later. So I got a lot of guilt I'm dealing with over here.
Lance, do not blame me.
I'm sure Dan's going to be just fine.
Yes.
Anyway, what else you doing?
Yeah, we're going to head down to Oaklawn here from Mark the Magician here in about 30 minutes. We got Steve Sullivan stopping by. Of course, we're going to be talking about the NFL draft, the Razorbacks baseball series with Florida, and Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen joins us.
Where does Shador land?
Cleveland takes him with the first
Browns
pick.
pick him.
I think so too. I think Cleveland actually did something smart for a change.
Yeah, they trade down.
Yeah,
an extra pick.
If you're a quarterback there, you only have one question to ask. If you're the front office people, you say, "How do you feel about massages?" Leave it at that. The right answer, you're good. Go ahead and pick him. All right, stay tuned. Obviously, a lot coming up on Out of Bounds. I can't wait to hear about you hanging out with Mystic Dan. Trav's in town too. They lost last night. They had a rough ninth inning, but doing well. So spent the night at the ballpark yesterday. It was fantastic. You'll see him.
Vehicles in stock across 6 brands, your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group. We know that the road ahead is important. Whether it's your daily drive or your next big adventure, the right vehicle makes all the difference. From the reliability of a Toyota to the strength of a Ram truck, we offer